to pee.
Cam.
He wants to climb in the ceiling. I don't know. He's weird.
By the way, I think Maya can hear me. I think she's wireless. I want to apologize for stalling for 30 minutes, everyone. It was 100% my fault. Literally, I was doing one last adventure before heading out, and this biznatch shoots me in the head. So I had to RP as being a gunshot victim, shot in the head, couldn't talk, had to go into surgery. Like, there was a lot of steps, okay? And I can't just, like, up and leave and be like, I'm fine, my head isn't fucked up, and, like, you know, like, go to sleep. I couldn't do that, so sorry.
I think it's so funny. Adept, how many hours have you put in this week?
Let's check.
Not even this week. Since RP, how many hours have you put in?
I think 300.
Oh my god.
Which is actually not that much, because that's what, 30 days?
That's still a lot.
So this week I did 87 hours so far.
You're addicted.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit. I don't know how you do it so well.
It's really fun. If you take it seriously and you do like the stuff you're supposed to do, it's really fun.
That's crazy. Well, this week, mostly chat and everybody listening, I'm mostly grabbing topics from the Housewives Discord, which you can go and put a topic in there. And we're kind of just bullshitting, to be honest. We might look at some unbanned forms in a little bit. Kind of depends how the day goes. But I think we've all had I think we're all like so... I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted this week. And Adept is addicted to RP. Milena looks tired. Michaela is sick. And Maya is living her best life.
I'm fine, I
think. At least one of us has their head above water right now.
Have you told
bounty
chat?
That was terrible. Well, I got fucked for the bounty.
Oh, you got fucked for the bounty? Why?
Yeah, because the fundraising stream that I did, I had like, I don't know, a lot more viewers than normal. So my max viewership for bounties right now is like 40K.
Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
And I'm getting like 2K, so you could do the math probably.
Yeah.
It's just not worth, but it's fine.
Well, Maya, have you told everyone about your audition, or can you talk about your audition?
Yeah, it was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. It was good. It was awkward. I was auditioning for a host role on a National Geographic show, and I just had to like memorize the script and then read it, or not read it. Do it twice.
Did you do it in front of the camera?
No, it was a Skype call. I had to download Skype, and it was just for like a casting agent and some producers, so it was fine.
I applaud you for downloading Skype for them, because my goodness. Skype is like actual malware, I think, at this point. Don't sue me, Skype, but I'm just saying allegedly, I think that
my OBS has crashed once so far.
Jesus.
And so did the game that I was doing the bounty for.
So you just felt awkward?
Like I said, allegedly.
Yeah, no, it was awkward, but it was fine. It was only like, it was less than an hour, so not so bad.
And Kayla, you've been streaming like crazy.
I guess.
Professional streamer?
So
Professional streamer, Michaela?
I'm sorry. What'd you say, cutie?
I said you're a professional streamer now, Michaela.
No. I'll be gone in another month.
Don't go.
It's okay.
Milena, can you tell us about where you went?
I went to Michigan to visit Nick's family. And yeah, I got really fucking drunk yesterday because we were flying home. Because I can't fly without being drunk because I'm a non-functioning human being. And today I'm just all sorts of hangover, tired, jet lagged for 1 hour, and I had to take a corona test. It's just, yes, I look tired and I am tired.
Andy, what the fuck? Andy just said these bitches are stupid. And Andy, what are you doing?
Andy Milanakis?
Yeah. Like, for what? Oh,
damn, Andy. That was uncalled for.
Well, yeah, Milena was super drunk yesterday. Do you remember messaging us yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at her face.
Oh no.
She messaged us and she was like, I'm so drunk. And we are like, what are you doing? She was like, it's a secret.
Oh yeah, you did keep saying it's a
She
secret.
messages all of us out of the blue, and we like, ask her for a little bit of clarification, and she's like, I can't say. And we're like, okay, but who asked you to begin with? Like, we're just wondering.
That's exactly what happened.
Sorry, I don't remember.
It's fine.
Just now I scrolled up and I see it. No, I no remembrance of that.
I've never.
You were
had
not
alcohol
making
on a
sense,
plane.
so I'm not surprised.
That's so funny.
Wait, why do you get drunk on planes? Do you get anxious?
Yeah,
Oh.
you're really anxious, and when you drink on planes, you fall asleep in Michigan. You wake up in Texas, and
That's sick.
It doesn't make me sick yet. Bunky bora, thank God. Knock on wood. So yeah, I used to take heavy medication for it, but I could literally feel my heart rate slow down, and I didn't like that. So alcohol is way more controllable for me.
Like Xans or something?
Yeah, I took Valium.
Maya, why do you have a bed in your closet?
Prescribed, by the way.
It's a camping cot. It's there just because I felt like something should be there. But normally you can't. Normally it's covered with a blanket and it kind of looks like a little seat. But now it just looks like a camping cot.
Why don't we get you like a fainting couch?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it'd
Like
be
a
really
chase
cute
lounge
right there.
type of
Like
thing?
a chase lounge.
True, but I have this camping cot that I can
You're
cover.
right. You're
That I
right.
can cover with a blanket and it looks soft.
You're right.
I feel like you took the blanket off today for that audition or whatever. You know what I mean?
No.
You're like,
oh, that's actually a good
that's
idea.
just my camping cot.
No, Matt got up last night because his weighted blanket was under it, and he took it because he wanted the weighted blanket for whatever reason.
I love those things. Those are really nice to sleep with.
True. Is nobody's drinking?
No.
I'm drinking. I'm getting wine.
I was gonna drink. I bought beer and everything, and then my stomach just said no.
My sleep schedule is so fucked because I cannot fall asleep knowing that Ludwig is on stream.
Why?
Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Okay,
Yeah.
so at
Here we
this
go, ladies.
point,
Raise your
has
hand
he
if
been
you would break up
continuously
with
live?
your boyfriend if he would be live for capping himself at 31 days.
What? There's no way.
How long has he been live for?
9.
What?
He's doing 31?
Yeah. I've literally gotten messages from other streamer girls that are like, I would break up with him. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I wouldn't break up with him, but if I were you, that sounds like the perfect time to come to Texas. Because if you ever want to check in on what he's doing, you just pop the stream open. That's it.
Oh, it's been 6 days. It hasn't been 9. My bad.
Oh, wow.
It's felt
Holy
like 9.
cow.
I'm sorry, chat. It's been 6. It's been 6.
So you're coming to Texas, right?
Yeah.
You have time to quarantine, hang
Dude.
out, quarantine again, all the above.
I have more and more been saying to him, like, just randomly, I'll be like, so, like, when are we moving to Texas? I had this realization where I'm like, wait a second, I'm not living in my home state where all my friends are, and I'm living in California. Like, so the only place I ever want to live is my home state, and I'm suddenly not living there, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm in California. I have no friends here. If I'm not living in my home state, we might as well go to Texas. And slowly, maybe one day I'll convince him. I've gotten him to say, oh, maybe we could get like a summer house. And I'm like,
Ooh.
okay. So that could be exciting. But he said one of our first trips after we get vaccinated and like everyone's vaccinated can be to Texas. And then he was like, yeah, and we can probably like stay with someone. I was like, no, let's get our own Airbnb, and then if we get it big enough, maybe Michaela can come and she could be in an extra room. Wouldn't that be
Oh,
fun?
I would
Cute.
totally. Yeah, I'd tag along with you guys. That'd be cute.
Yeah,
Cute.
that'd be really nice.
Let me
we
know.
can
I'll
use-
come.
We can use our podcast room for this podcast.
Oh my god, that'd be so sick.
And we could do the Omegle thing together.
Oh my god, yeah. That
And
was so
many
much
things. We could do so
fun.
many things together.
Oh my gosh.
I
That'd be
miss
cool.
social interaction with people that I like. Feel like you know how like sometimes, and maybe this is just me.
You can call us friends, cutie. It's okay. You,
I don't-
you can call
I
us
don't want to.
friends.
I don't want to. Do you ever have like you know when like, do people ever reach out to you and they're like, oh yeah, we should hang out, and you just feel like there's not that click or whatever? Like, I feel like sometimes you just click with people
all the time,
and like the more people you just don't click with, and I just feel like there's no one in California that I've really just like clicked with yet, and so it's just like
it's weird. It's weird. Weird champ.
I understand.
But
I
feel like
do.
I
we all
don't know.
click.
Maybe it's like a subconscious thing that we do, you know, because like there would be times where, let's say I was in California and there would be California streamers and they're like, oh my God, let's hang out. And I like instantly get a pit in my stomach. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave my house, you know?
Yeah.
But then like someone in Texas or like New York, which is the same level of friendship, and they're like, let's hang out. I'm like, that'd be so cool. You know, like I get excited because I know it's not a good reality. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, maybe that is it. I don't know what it is. I just feel like some of these, like, and it's no one in specific. In fact, they are people that like have great personalities that like I wish I could be friends with, but I just don't feel that like I could go to their house and we could watch Netflix and not talk type vibe, you know?
Mhm.
That's the best type, when you can sit in silence with people.
Yeah,
you're
when I feel like
comfortable
with
around people.
Each of you,
That's-
I could do that.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the best type of friendship. Like Adept and I can sit there in silence for hours. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
You just sit there
Yes.
Yeah.
But
not
yeah,
talk?
Yeah.
Pretty
And you don't
much.
feel-
Like we'll watch what did we watch last time? Like the DIY YouTube videos, and we were just watching them, like browsing on our phone watching. But it's still like the human connection, you know?
Yeah.
You want to hear
it's
something
just-
embarrassing?
Sorry. Yeah, sure.
always.
You know, like, do you guys know the app Meetup?
Mm-mm.
It's like Tinder, but for making friends. I got it when I moved to Texas, and I've never done any of them because of COVID. But there are a bunch of hiking groups, and there's an archaeology group, like an archaeology conversation group, and a mushroom identification group, and whatever. And I'm in all of them, and I get all of the notifications. And once everybody's vaccinated, I'm gonna go make friends that way.
Yay.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
cute.
So
That's
you should
cute.
download Meetup.
Meetup.
Yeah, but also don't die because it's kind of scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
That
if you
sounds
end up
cool.
what if you end up getting baited by like a cult? You know, they're all acting like they're just normal people, like chilling, like, yeah, you can totally come join our camping group.
Yeah, I'd probably be like, wow, thank you so much, and then get stuck for like 5 years.
Sorry,
That is what would happen.
Yeah,
I would be like, Miss, I'm going
I
on a
just
hike
wanted
and then
to-
never come back.
I just wanted to share my paranoia with you. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. You're right. I am easily manipulated. I would probably just be down and be like, yo.
Well, ladies, what are your thoughts on subathons on the big streamers? Let's start there. How do you feel about if your boyfriend streamed for 31 days?
The rich
Michaela.
get richer.
I could not do 31 days. I know that
Okay,
much.
Michaela.
I told you I feel sick. Like I'm chilling.
So why are we here? What are
I
you
told
doing?
Michaela we could
That's why-
We're
cancel.
all literally dying, and Michaela's like,
Dude, I don't care.
fucking
I
move.
could sit here and just like chilling, not as loud as I am. But anyways, the rich get richer. If Tyler did that, I'd say you're giving me 80% of that, you rich bastard.
You know what
Like,
Lud does? Lud has
fuck
this
off.
Lud has this stream where they do his like two friends and him versus pros. Like it's called Bros versus Pros, and they've done it with like Wardell and like professional Valorant streamer, professional whatever streamer.
He did it today, right?
Yeah, I did it today, yeah. And so he wanted to do a league one, and I was telling him he should try to get Bjergsen because I'm obsessed. And he's like, I was like, who's your dream person to do a league one with? And he was like, Tyler. And I said, there's no fucking way.
Wait, what does he want to do?
It's like the three of them against one person. But that would just be the worst crossover in history. It would be insane.
Ludwig and Tyler
Yeah. I just think Tyler would hate it. Tyler would hate it.
on League? No, I don't think. I think that'd be interesting, definitely. They
Interesting.
definitely don't have personalities that I could see hanging out in general, but
No.
for stream content, I mean, sure. Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting.
Does
to
Tyler
see.
do things like that for content?
No, just with
Yeah, I was like, I don't think we
It's
would
like,
do that.
Michaela, I don't know why you're saying any of this.
Well, just the T1, his org, like, he'll have to play with the pros. Like, yesterday he played with the rank 1 Smash player or something,
Oh, that's
and
cute.
he doesn't play Smash, so that's why I think, I mean, maybe he'd consider it, but it's, I don't know.
I just
I
thought
don't
it was
know.
funny.
So, in other words, Cutie Ludwig is gonna have to pay Tyler for that if Ludwig really wants that, I guess.
He's got a lot of subs now. He's doubled the sub count, so.
Jesus.
Jeez.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's interesting because
Yeah.
I don't think a streamer like Ludwig's size has ever done a subathon, and that's why there was, like, nothing to expect, kind of, you know? Like, there was...
Like,
Definitely crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
an uncapped subathon, like, what did you expect? I don't ever expect that to end organically with someone his size.
No. He thought it would.
Really?
Yeah. It's funny because we went to breakfast before he started. It's like the only time we've got to hang out because I think people forget, but he went home to New Hampshire and got appendicitis. And so and that was on March 3rd. And then he came back and had to quarantine. And I was out of town, so I come back, we go to breakfast, and then he starts a subathon. So I haven't hung out with him since March 2nd.
Jesus.
Can I be
Oh my
honest?
God.
Yes.
Normally I would be like, that really sucks. My God. But I'm so addicted to RP, I'm jealous. I am insanely, I'm like, you know, looking at this guy, like, when's he gonna do his? I would love to be unbothered for the next month. Like, literally, I would love it. But, you know, real life is still a thing right now. It's still a thing.
So deep.
I'm so deep. Like, it's crazy.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
You guys know that I just did, I did 25 hours, 24 hours, 19 hours.
What the fuck?
And then today
Wait,
will
you don't
probably be
sleep?
another 24 hours.
She's insane.
You're insane.
I've just been sleeping like a normal 8 hours and I wake up and I'm like, all right, time to, like, I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready.
I'm glad you're having fun, but I miss you.
Yeah, I know. I think I told my chat the other day that I was like, I know Milena is like just patiently waiting for my addiction to end so we can start our shit. Like, I was just thinking about it.
I am waiting. We had so many great plans and they all got canceled.
What are you guys gonna do?
Well, I got this this room. It's like a craft room.
I love that.
It's like a massive workbench right behind me right there. And we're gonna make a bunch of crafts and stuff. But she's having so much fun with GTA, so I can't blame her. And I don't know, man. I'm just like so fucking tired of Corona and always having to worry about can't do this, can't do this, can't do that. Like, I'm lucky that, like, I'm happy, I'm grateful and happy that we're in the position that we're in where we can't leave and like go to work and stuff. But I really truly miss people and just being around people.
Are you guys on waiting lists? Are you guys all getting the vaccine?
I'm taking mine to Norway, and the rest of the people here are on waiting lists. But they're all young and healthy, so like it's,
When are
it's
you're
gonna
going
be
back
a
to
long
Norway?
time. Whenever I get the opportunity to take the vaccine, I'm going home.
Oh.
There is a place nearby Milena that is putting people on a cancel list. And as long as you go there when these people cancel, you can get what would have been thrown away. So I'll message you about that later.
Okay.
So has anyone here gotten their vaccine?
Hey.
Oh, fuck.
Bingo.
No, I'm not talking to him today.
Well, nobody asked you to, so.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Look at her
Oh,
face.
usually I've got a
She's
point
so
on
uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god!
Skip, that was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Throw it
Yeah, there
back.
better be.
Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live.
What the fuck?
We're live, she says.
The fact that we could still hear him.
No, I'm kidding.
Did you guys hear how long we could hear him singing for?
Yeah, he's still going.
Blah, 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 blah.
They're mad at you for that.
I don't give a fuck about them. But I got you the Snickers.
No, tell him I'll never send him Xavier now. It's literally in my car.
Back. But
Woo! I don't give a fuck.
But also that was really rude, so apologize.
You guys literally come on here and act like you run the show.
Apologize.
Honey.
Apologize.
Honey.
Apologize.
I don't think any of us have ever said honey.
It's fine.
I don't think so.
You act so tough. Do something
What
about
has
it.
he been has he been watching Bad Girls
He
Club?
hung out with Schlatt for like the past 2 hours. Something about being with Schlatt. Here's what happens when he's with Schlatt. Do any of you have an older brother?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so your older brother, like in high school or something, when their like cool friend came over and they were really nice to you, and then they started hanging out with their
That's
cool
not
friend,
it at all.
and they just started becoming a dick
You're
to you
so
'cause it made them
dumb.
cool.
You're so dumb.
That's
Yep.
what happens when he hangs out
No,
with
it's
Schlatt.
not. You want to know why?
Sounds
okay,
like it.
I can't play it. It's because we've been playing the baby in the car for the past 30 minutes.
Who's we? Is Schlatt here?
No, it's me and Simply. We've been playing the baby when we went to Walgreens. So we've just been listening to, I love the smell of cologne. And that's it. So now I feel like a complete asshole.
Yeah, you should. That was really rude.
You sure he wasn't watching Chris Brown?
I'm sorry. I do what I want. Good.
There you go.
Okay,
That was a good I'm
bye.
sorry. Good job, Miss.
Let me talk to them.
Oh,
He
God.
actually just said a baby line. I just heard it.
Michaela, why do you look like something out of Cyberpunk?
I'm sick, man.
Okay, I didn't answer my question.
Your
Milena?
mom.
Milena?
No, I'm not in the mood for this.
Yeah, you're such a bitch. Cutie Cinderella.
Ms. Why'd you have to
Cutie,
throw that
you-
at her face?
Why is he here? This
What?
You literally threw
Cutie,
that
you
at
look
her
like
so hard.
Cutie, you look like a character from Great Gatsby. It looks good. Keep it up. Adept, I'm not gonna say anything because you're just gonna kick my ass. Alright, I gotta go.
What does that even mean?
This
Bye.
man.
Bye.
Does everyone say
Get
bye?
your cat.
Huh?
None of us
Get
said
him.
bye.
Butt crack.
Butt crack.
He just showed ass on screen.
Yeah, we just actually
Damn
saw
it,
his butt
Matt.
crack.
Damn it, man.
What?
Like, he just fully flashed his ass.
He just took us all out.
He really
Each and every
That
one
is
of us
a
just
drink.
got
Is
my
he
bad.
not wearing
Alright, bye,
underwear?
viewers.
I don't
Enjoy
think he's
watching
wearing
the girls'
underwear.
podcast.
Pull your pants up.
You can't
What?
get banned for that,
I can't see
right?
my ass crack.
All dead.
I have scoliosis in my back.
Me too.
Can you just go?
God, it's my back.
Take your cat.
Oh, he's on a
Wait,
break,
Before we go,
isn't
make sure
he?
they know that it's my back.
He's on a
No.
2-day break.
His attention levels are
No,
so
I'm
low
not
right
here.
now. That's what's happening.
What?
I want Maya to do a subathon
Oh my
and never
God.
give him attention. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so Adept would like XQC to do a subathon so she can
Yes.
stream herself.
Yeah.
for
The
same
sooner the
amount.
better, please. Tomorrow, start it up.
And Michaela would take half of Tyler's subs. Milena, what would you do if Nick did a subathon uncapped?
I had to be there for that, so no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Fuck no, dude. My
I
makeup.
would love to see that.
Nah, but my makeup doesn't last that long, and I take an hour to do my makeup, so it wouldn't last.
Oh my God. If we get the chance to all meet up, can we do literally like a 24-hour?
And do a slumber party!
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I would just want to see us so tired and miserable, like from that
Let's do it here. We have rooms.
Yes.
And we
Yes,
could do a breakfast cooking stream, a lunch cooking stream, and a dinner cooking stream, and a dessert cooking stream.
We can do all
Yes.
of that without turning the stream off in this house. Everything's set
Yes.
up. We
And
can
then
do
turn the
VR as
cam.
well.
We build a fort. We sleep in the fort in the living
Yeah.
room.
We can
I would
build
love this.
things for Maya's birds in here. We got everything.
We're gonna bring the bring
the
the
first
birds.
person who falls asleep, right?
Oh
Is that what
god.
you're saying?
Oh god.
Were you not just saying prank a person?
No, she
Oh.
said I said bring the birds.
Oh,
But yeah, first person that falls asleep. Now we know.
yeah.
I hope it's not me.
It's not me. I can stay up over 24.
It's probably me.
'cause I go to sleep.
Oh,
at night.
true. She goes to bed at 9 p.m. She's out. Melina, Maya, we're doing a slumber party
Sick.
someday.
Sounds
Someday.
good.
Yep.
Maya, how do you feel if Miz did a 31-day subathon?
I don't know that 31 days is a lot. I would hate that. The other thing about Miz though is I'm on his stream all the time, so like, I would also be hanging out with him kind of, so it wouldn't be that bad. I changed my mind. Actually, that would be great. I would love 31 days away from Miz.
See? Maya's been awakened to the bright side.
Yeah.
Okay, well, next topic, ladies. I gave my perspective. I guess I didn't. I'm trying to be as supportive as possible, but I'm a little lonely, admittedly.
Yeah.
And
Normal.
it's hard to have conversations because it's like we're on cam. And so the solution to being lonely is, Maya's yelling at Matt. Solution to being lonely is like, oh, well, I'll just come on your stream more often. Like, let's make dinner together, or like, you know, react to whatever together. But like, you can't have conversations. I can't be like, yo, my sister called and blah, blah, you know, like tell stories about your day because it's like on stream and kind of weird. But
I just
See, I
can't
feel like-
believe that long. Like,
Yeah, I feel like Ludwig and Felix, in my like just based off of what you're saying there, have this thing in common where it's like, God forbid they turn off the camera and the mic for 10 minutes, play some dog shit video that is TOS friendly, and just
What?
sit down with you and eat breakfast with you, you know?
Where's Slick?
Because that
I
would
don't
help you with
know.
that
He said Naruto
scenario.
8 o'clock. I'm knocking on his door, and he's not there.
It
It's
has
freaking
been
me out.
how long since you're like 4 hours late and not streaming for one day? Are you fucking serious?
Where's Slick for Naruto?
I don't
let's
care.
just get a cam for Miz. Let's just add him. Does he want to be our guest this week?
Please, no.
Wait, what did they say?
I
Oh,
don't
she's
know where Slick
mad.
is.
Nothing,
I don't
nothing.
care where Slick is.
oh, hit him, Maya.
No.
Oh,
Hit one.
you're in.
Throw that octopus
I'm
at
about
him.
the flex. That's Bajiro from WoW. I don't know if you know who he is. Maleta, you know who that is.
Go stream on your alt or something if you're this much.
Fly like a bird.
He
It's
needs
crazy.
attention so bad.
Yeah. That,
I can see the ADHD. I can
Yeah.
visually see and hear it. We should do this. We should do that.
Also, the new Among Us map comes out soon, so we should do the
I genuinely don't give
Oh.
a fuck
well,
about a new
But
Among Us
I'm
map.
saying for
I
Housewives
don't
with all the
even care.
boyfriends and girlfriends.
Fuck
Maybe,
Among
we'll
Us.
see.
I don't think I'm ever re-downloading that game. Fuck
I played
the
Among
meta.
Us
I hate
one
the
time.
metas.
I
I
cried
hate
the first
Twitch
time.
metas, that you have to do things. I hate the have-tos. It knocks
So-
me out of schedule.
I hate the normies.
So we just all shit on
I
your
hate
idea,
all of the
Cutie.
fucking
Yeah,
normies
never
coming
fucking
to this
mind.
shit.
This was a good idea like 2 months ago. My bad. Remember we talked about it?
I still think it's a good idea. Because we're gonna do an Among Us game with all of us and all of our boyfriends. Because I can't think of another game that would work for that purpose. But the first time I played Among Us, I cried, and then I never played it again. So we should probably pick a different game.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Can 10 people play that?
CS.
I think it's 8.
God, no.
That'd be kind of
Valorant.
sick.
Wait,
That'd be
10-player
kinda
Mario
sick.
Kart?
Wait, can we do that? You can only
I don't
play
know.
4 on each.
Hey, Secret Hitler on tabletop.
It takes 10?
Yes.
Listen, I said the word Hitler this week and I got canceled, so I don't know.
Oh my god, tell us about that. You
Okay.
and Casey both, right?
Yeah, what's going
Listen,
on
don't
there?
mess with Minecraft stands, okay? That, Michaela knows.
Minecraft?
Oh, I guess yours was K-pop stands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hers
mine's
K-pop.
K-pop. I've never
Dude.
gone that far yet.
Dude, I defended Casey, and I'm getting a whole bunch of 60-follower people spamming me.
I'm
Who are
ordering
you?
food from where? Do you
Like
want
what?
something?
What?
I'm ordering food from where? Do you want something?
From what?
This
No,
man.
from where? Do you want something?
What is that?
We should have him on as a guest, actually.
Dude,
He was
this
gonna say like, "Where are these nuts?" or something like that.
Yeah, he
Mhm,
was setting
underwear.
something up. I'm not sure what it was. Wait, what is that joke? What?
everyone
What's
loves
where?
making these nuts jokes.
Oh, from where? I don't get it. Anyway, what
What are we
is?
talking about?
Wait, you got canceled.
Oh.
Casey got canceled. I
Casey got
rated
canceled.
Casey while she was getting canceled, and I was terrified, but nothing happened, so it's fine.
The nice thing is, and what I learned from getting canceled is you just have to reach out to Schlatt. The second I reached out to Schlatt, Schlatt was like, yo, do this. And then I was like, sick. And then I fixed everything.
Wait, what was it?
Just, I shouldn't have never. So, okay, let's rewind.
Yes.
So, Austin, you guys know, I'm good friends with Austin. We love Austin.
Sure.
Austin has started doing like platonic lover host shows. And so, of course, like Pokimane has one. And I'm like, oh, gotta go on that. You know, we love Pokey. And so I just thought it'd be funny to go on Pokies. Then I go on Pokies. But then Wilbur, who's really popular in the Minecraft community, had one this week. And Minx and Casey were on it. So I'm like, oh, another fun time to hang out with my friends. Because that's what I like about Austin's show. I actually don't even like his audience, nor do I really want any of his audience to watch. I just want to have fun with my friends. So, you know, like Miz and Schlatt and me had a lot of fun on Pokemanes, and then like Casey and Minx were on Wilbur, so I was like, oh, that's gonna be tons of fun. Like, it's just fun to joke around and whatever.
And they were both platonic, you're saying?
They're both platonic, yeah. So I wasn't trying to date. It was just, you're just supposed to be finding a friend. And so I go on, number one, I'm stupid, admittedly, and I spoke without thinking, which I think happens to everyone in the goddamn world, especially when you're in front of 150,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't understand the repercussions of that until a lot of those people were mad, and then I made a mistake by tweeting an apology and realizing that instead of 150 live people that maybe 10% were mad, I tweeted about it, and then another Minecraft streamer who has 1 million followers replied to it. And so instead of 150,000 people seeing it, now it's in front of millions of people, and I'm like, oh shit.
Wait, what was the problem?
So this was the joke. They were talking about, it was a bad joke, admittedly. I didn't know that you can't, this sounds stupid to say, and maybe this is embarrassing.
Say it.
You can't make Hitler jokes. I didn't know that Hitler jokes have been canceled. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know. Okay. Maybe.
Were you like making fun of him?
No. This is what. Shut up, Maya.
Sorry.
This is what happened. Okay. So they were asking about Filza, who is a big Minecraft streamer, and in his SMP, like Minecraft SMP bio, it said like he committed genocide, which
What?
and he committed genocide in Minecraft, like he killed a bunch of people in Minecraft. So
Okay.
Tommy and Wilbur asked this question about Filza, and I said, like, I was like, Filza is so I made a joke that Filza is like Hitler but not racist because he also committed genocide. Like, I saw genocide and I saw Hitler. And
Did you call him Minecraft Hitler?
but not racist, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was not good.
I could see how that would
Was he upset, or was his stands upset?
His stands were upset. He was actually not upset.
Then go to their profiles, click on their profile pictures, and tell me what they look like. And tell me what type of picture. Like, if it's not a selfie, tell me what type of Roblox character is there, or
It's pictures of
a
Wilbur,
Minecraft.
or pictures of George Not Found, or pictures of Dream, or whatever.
Oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
I got all of these people DMing me saying I was anti-Semitic, and I was just like, whoa. Like, I read genocide, and I gave an example of genocide, and I am sorry. Like, I'm really sorry. I just didn't think... I realized that does make light about it, but I just didn't realize in what extent. Like, I was just talking. I just saw... But yeah, so then I was getting dragged, and then all these people were like, you need to apologize, you need to apologize. So then you're like, oh my god, I am so sorry. Like, I'm so fucking sorry. So then I tweet out that I'm sorry, but then there are people who are like, you're not saying sorry the right way. So then I reply to it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm also sorry for this then. And then people being like, the tone in this, she doesn't even mean it. And I'm like, okay, okay, so I'm not winning here. Like, no matter what I do, like, I am sorry for this incident of comparison and using my words incorrectly. But then it's just like, all of these people, like, just jumping on me. And then finally, Schlatt DMs me, and I'm like, yo, what did I do wrong? And he's like, you shouldn't have even apologized. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So then I just deleted all of it and just said, fuck it. Because at the end of the day, I am not anti-Semitic. I just am not. And that's all I can say is I am not.
It's like you're still worrying about it, and you shouldn't be. And whenever something like that happens, just pretend it didn't happen, because you literally cannot get canceled off of Twitch unless you get banned. And people like Keemstar is a great example to people who are not allowing themselves to be canceled, because unless he gets freaking removed from the platform, which is YouTube, he just doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't even raise awareness towards people talking to him because they're walls.
Well, you can get canceled if you don't get banned. Can you?
But like, who's someone
you're
who
letting yourself be canceled? I'm honestly pulling names right now. Katerina let herself get canceled. She could have kept on streaming, pretend like nothing happened, and been there.
How could she pretend like nothing happened?
Put it in sub only,
the
dude.
fuck out of her
Keemstar
chat.
does. That's what Keemstar does. So if you go on and on about your day, I'm also gonna pull another name. It was a whole Me Too thing. There was a guy. Someone Me Too'd him. He kept streaming, pretend like nothing happened. His mods worked with him, deleting everything from the chat. They're still streaming today, and they're pretending like nothing's happening, and they're just not allowing themselves to get canceled.
Giant waffle, chat is saying.
I'm not gonna lie, I would change my name if I was...
Yeah, but you would allow this to happen to you.
Yeah.
But if you're strong enough, and if you can put on a strong enough poker face, you like it's not gonna happen to you.
What do you guys think about
the issue with these things? Like, to circle back to what you're talking about, Cutie, is like something happens, right? And even though you had no bad intentions or you didn't mean it that way, like you gain a new perspective and you're like, oh, I could see how this would bother people. And you know, personally, just my 2 cents, I stay away. Like, for the guy even saying like, I wouldn't even put genocide anywhere, like at all, because I know how these things spiral. You know what I mean? And then like you saying Hitler, like I don't even say that guy's name on my fucking stream because I know how these things go. It's exactly what happened to you. And the issue when these things happen is, like I said, something happens, you get a new perspective, and you as an evolving person, that's like a mature person, goes, oh, you know what? Yeah, I could see how this caused that. I apologize, right? Mm-hmm. But then it becomes this whole thing where they're just like, no, fuck you. You don't get to apologize. Fuck you. You're trash, garbage, dog shit. But, you know, and it's like, are you like, I'm the one evolving, changing, gaining a new perspective, and yet I'm still receiving the same hatred as if I even did anything wrong to begin with, which I did not. You know, so it's like, or you didn't mean ill intentions by doing it. You know, whatever. I'm not here to debate all that, but
yeah. You actually
but that's
that
the
really,
part that
really
pisses
well.
me off. Yeah, that's the part that really pisses me off, because they say these things. And, you know, the cancel culture, whatever, is supposed to be like teaching, you know, everyone a lesson. And it's only supposed to happen for people that don't evolve themselves. So it's for you, that's someone that is, it's very frustrating when I see these things happen. And I can't stand it.
I don't think cancel culture is like teaching people lessons. I mean, that might be
cancel culture is teaching people lessons, because it's deplatforming the people that don't deserve a platform, that shouldn't be like taken as, you know, like all these sexual assault cases and all those things.
It
teaches everyone else like these things that you're trying to hide in private, these things that you think you're going to get away with because they're not broadcast in your YouTube videos. That's not, you know, like, we're not going to support people that we find this type of shit out about.
But it's
and it does give people
so
a new
much
thing.
I don't agree with that.
There's two sides. So this was the main focus of it from the beginning, but now people weaponize cancel culture in a way that is unproductive, that is dog shit trash. So I get what you're saying, and I'm not a fan of cancel culture. I don't pay attention to it. I don't get involved in it. I ignore it at all costs. But I'm just giving, like, this was the start of it. This is how it's weaponized in a bad way. And here's how it's weaponized in a good way. You know, it's a very complex thing, and it's a huge umbrella for an evolving online culture.
I mean, Cutie, I'm looking at your situation like you made a joke, and out of all people to be saying what's right and wrong here and being shit talked all the time, you didn't even make an insensitive joke. You just said genocide. You didn't say, oh, like, I'm so glad genocide happened or something. Or you were like, Hitler's a good guy, you know? You just brought up the word genocide.
These are all, Soundboard Michaela.
You just brought up the word genocide, and everyone's like, okay, we're just gonna cancel her because that offended me? Like,
the rough part is,
I can see people have a problem with like making light of genocide.
Yeah.
But she didn't mean it in that context. It's pretty blatantly obvious. I mean, at least to me, that you didn't mean it in that context.
No,
of trying to
absolutely
hurt
not.
someone or put
No.
someone down or
Yeah, it
ruin
was
someone's
just
life.
Such a lighthearted joke.
And these people are making it seem like that was your ill intent.
Like,
And
I
it
could have
wasn't.
compared him to anyone because it just said genocide, so I could have said Stalin, I could have said, I saw genocide and I thought Hitler, so I said like Hitler. But I understand how it like makes light of it, but it's funny because they all attack me for making light of it, but also technically he's making light of it too if he's using the word genocide, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But they just choose who they want to attack, and so then I delete the apology, and then a lot of people are like mad that I deleted the apology, and they're like, oh, she didn't mean it, and now she's sweeping it under the rug, and it's like, just stop, because the problem was I put it on Twitter, like I said, and that just gave it to more of an audience, so then people were looking for it. They're like, oh wait, what is she apologizing for? What did she do? And it's like, no, we're not playing this game of detective. I don't want this happening. So that's why
what was it? What happened with Casey? Like, why were they mad at Casey?
They're mad at Casey because Casey tweeted something out about, so the Minecraft community will gay bait a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they'll kind of flirt with each other, and like, which is essentially the same as making a gay joke. Honestly, like, if you're joking about your sexuality and like being like, oh, like, this, that, and that. And so she just tweeted something out saying it's funny that nobody has like called them out for that, but they just choose the things that they want to weaponize, like Adept said. Like, I think first cancel culture started out as justice, and that was great, like the Me Too movement, stuff like that, but it has divulged into this witch hunt, and that's not okay. And so it's just this weird thing where people feel like, since they've had the satisfaction of canceling some people because it was justice, that now they just get bored or toxic, and they just want to cancel more people off the whim of it. So she essentially tweeted something like that, and even though she is correct that they shouldn't be queer baiting, then it got turned on her, and all of a sudden people are calling her racist because there's this clip of her singing a song that didn't even say the N-word, but it does sound like the N-word, admittedly, and she says it does sound like it, but why would she say that if it's not even the fucking lyrics? And also bringing up clips of her saying the R-word. Then, let's be honest, a lot of us stopped saying the R-word in the past 2 years. This is a new thing that we've all come to terms with, because that's what culture is. It's constantly growing. And Casey even made a statement about no longer using the R-word within the last year, and she has stopped.
A very powerful statement, by the way, that I
yeah.
think influences all like creators and even Twitch users. So like, for them attacking Casey, it's the wrong one. That's
it is the wrong one.
It's the wrong one.
Look at, like, it's all of this shit. It's just it's so frustrating. It's just such bullshit, because these fucking degenerate fucks, they'll go back on all of your social media platforms from fucking 5-10 years ago and pull up your fucking tweets and shit, and you're basing it off of a different time in everyone's lives where we were all saying different things. Some of these things were accepted back then, and then someone will pull it up like, oh, by the way, in 2011, you called me this word. Did you know that? Have you changed it? I don't think you have changed. You need to show me you changed. Apologize right now so I know you changed. Oh, never mind. That apology wasn't good enough. I'm going to have you need to make a video. Or you need to sit in front of me face to face and tell me why what you did 10 years ago was bad. Like, do some of you people realize that there are actual racists and pedophiles and all
honestly though, who
right now on Twitter?
Who the fuck do they think they are that we owe them anything?
There's
What?
literally
Just don't respond to them.
There's so many rapists, pedophiles, all these offenders on Twitter that are active right now, and instead of focusing on them, most of these people, especially on Twitch, focus on old tweets from influencers and just randomly want to bring up the past. And it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense because people change. And not racism, not those people. No. Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, because I'm fucking stupid when I'm explaining this. But there are active people doing shitty things right now, and instead Twitter wants to focus on the past.
It makes sense to me, not saying that it's like justified at all, but it makes sense in that cancel culture is the easiest way to jump on a pedestal publicly. Like, if it's on social media, it's for tens, it's for hundreds, it's for thousands, it's for millions. And anything that you can find to be offended by, if you jump on that pedestal and you say, no, like, this person's gotta go, it's like you save yourself from, like, the lava underneath, you know? And, like, you can just throw whatever the fuck you want in there, and if you say that you're bothered by whatever's down there, you're immediately above it, you know? And so I feel like the more people see people doing that, and the more people are like, oh, look at her, you know, like, she's up there, let me get up there too. And then it just keeps climbing, and then everyone gets offended by everything. I that's how I feel about it, but I don't know if that's fucked up.
People don't even have proof to their claims either. They're just like, oh, hey, Maya, I heard you call me the R word a couple months ago, or I heard that Cutie said Hitler's a great guy 2 years ago. And they don't have any, like, basis or proof of this or anything. Like, they'll just tweet it, and then it gets thousands of likes. And then you read the replies like, oh yeah, I always knew that this person was really bad. Yeah, they always gave off that bad vibe. Yeah, I was watching this person on someone else's stream, and I just knew it wasn't gonna be good. Like, it's so cringe. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's very like, they called Casey homophobic, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh jeez.
Like, where does that come from? Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Where does it come from? Where does that come
Casey
from?
has harbored one of the most LGBTQ plus friendly communities on the fucking platform. Don't you dare. Like, don't you dare.
I saw, like, tweets saying shit that, like, she used the LGBTQ community to gain a platform for herself.
No.
And I'm like,
no,
that's crazy, because she's done nothing but speak out for equality in those issues and use her platform in a good, positive way. So, like, I just don't understand how you could even make this a conclusion. I don't get it. And,
it's
you know,
funny.
but just based off of, like, you know, what you guys are talking about a few minutes prior, the part that really pisses me off about this, like, weaponized stupidity is what I'm going to call it, is the clip with Casey not saying the word. They did Reddit did the same shit to me like 2 years ago, where I was going to call, it was a black female character in a game. I was going to call her a nerd. And I didn't want to call her a nerd because I thought it sounded stupid and corny. And so I said fucking and like that. And I didn't say anything. And they were trying to cancel me for something I didn't even say. And I'm like, you can't cancel people for something that they've never even said. It's just like, that shit bothers me so much. Like, when I see that, like, someone didn't say something and you still want to treat them and prosecute them like they said something. It's wild.
Well, and you know what? Even if they did, and if they apologize, you just have to fucking accept an apology or don't. And just move. Regardless, you have to move on. Because if you have that much hatred in your heart, like, we're all sad for you. Honestly. Like, we're all very sad for you. If you pulled up my League of Legends logs from 5 years ago, there were all sorts of things. Like,
it's a different culture. It's a different
world.
time period. Like,
Dude, I feel like unless it goes trending on Twitter, you shouldn't respond to it or give it any type of acknowledgement. Because if you tweet out like Caseytron did, that she's getting canceled, I wouldn't even have known that it happened.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known.
I knew because she was trending in my politics with 8,000 tweets. Caseytron was trending on Twitter.
No one knew before she raised awareness to it herself.
Yeah.
And that's why we shouldn't do either. So
Well,
unless
she
that
even
shit
said
goes
that.
trending, you shouldn't give it awareness.
Yeah.
Like, you're feeding them what they want. They're getting recognition that they exist, that they're there, and they're powerful, and they're a weapon. Don't acknowledge them.
That's a lesson that I think a lot of creators learn the hard way. I know I certainly did, where, like, I would just put out, you know, a statement on Twitter just kind of to diffuse the situation, but it just makes it even crazier because everyone's like, what happened? What is she talking? What happened? And then the first narrative that they get every single time are these little fucking, like, hate watchers that are like, she did this and it was disgusting. And it's like, that's not what happened, but okay.
I just try to always remember, and it's so hard for me because I'm just so fucking stupid. but most of you probably realize this by now. If you just get off of Twitter, this shit just stops. You know,
How are you gonna be cyberbullied? Just close the laptop.
If I don't want to deal with people's shit, I'm just gonna fucking get off and not deal with it. And at the end of the day, people also forget to realize that cancel culture off of Twitter is just. I talked to my mom about it. I talked to my coworkers even, and they're just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They're like, "What? Oh, we barely use Twitter." These people don't fucking care. It's just this. The internet culture is what's kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It's just fucked. Like, it's not fully real life in a sense. Aside from getting rid of those, like, racist people and those, you know, people who are going out and actively trying to put others down and stuff, most of the time this shit is just useless. No one really cares. Just stands in kids or, I don't know, people who don't have a life outside of the internet.
LSF is the same way.
Like, yeah. I don't know how else to explain it. Just leave Twitter.
Just fucking sign out.
But
Just close your eyes.
out of all people, like, I'm on it all day. But I mean, at the end of the day, if I just left tomorrow, I'd be a better person. Like, I wouldn't have to read that shit.
I think about that. I think just logging out of everything one day and just walking the fuck away, you know?
I told Tyler that today. We were talking about it because he doesn't use social media at all, especially because people try to bring up his old past and shit. And it's like, how do you move on from that? But anyways, we were talking, and I honestly want to be in PewDiePie in his wife's position one day, where, you know, we're not touching social media as much unless we really truly need to, and just live a peaceful life, not replying to mean people or, you know, just having to deal with the drama that comes with being an influencer. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like out of all the people online, especially relationship-wise, they probably have it the best out of everyone. And it's weird because you would think PewDiePie wouldn't, considering he said the word live on stream, but he still seems to have a great life, and he never seems to be caught up in drama or anything, him or his wife.
I think that circles back to Melena's point where you just don't let people cancel you over that type of shit. Like, you learn from it, you change for the better, and then you just keep pushing. Like, you keep moving forward.
Yeah, I agree, Melena.
Like David Dobrik. What do you think about that situation?
I don't know who that is.
I don't pay attention to him. Like,
I don't know.
I think I saw this trending on Twitter, I believe. I think it's my 2 cents on it is I think it's very odd that he used some offbeat channel. Like, I don't know if that's maybe because he apparently quit vlogging or whatever, but he didn't even use his main channel. And I just think that that's so odd. Also,
wasn't the title "Let's Talk" and then he disabled the comments?
I think it was a 2-minute video or something too.
It's a 2-minute video where he says that he's disappointed in his friends and their decisions, and like,
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
I feel like if you're putting out a video, you're putting out a statement, you either take accountability and move the fuck on, or you just don't do anything at all and you move the fuck on and then let people decide your character based off of your judgment. I mean, based off your actions.
He made that video, and then 5 minutes later, he laid in his triple king-size bed with all of his money around him and his hot girlfriend, and ordered some Chipotle or some shit and didn't care. I doubt he changes from a 2-minute video. But then again, we don't know him. We don't know him.
We don't know him.
We have no idea. We don't know.
Girls are starting to come forward. I saw the one accusation about his friend, and like she was drunk or something. The one thing that I know about the David Dobrik situation is that there was this one bit, and I probably have watched the majority of his vlogs. Like, before I started streaming, like, I was a YouTube frog, right? I was all over YouTube. But there was this one bit, and his friend, he had 2 friends, and one of them is Jason Nash, who's like this older guy in his 40s or something, and he had this mask on, and then his other friend was there, and he told his other friend that Jason Nash was Corinna Kampf. Do you guys know who she is? The blonde chick, the really hot one.
Yeah.
So he told his friend that Corinna was the one in the mask, and then had them make out, but it was actually Jason. And when I watched that when I watched the vlog, I was like, oof, that's like really weird. Like, I don't like that at all. Like, watching him thinking that he thought it was Corinna make out, super weird. But I was like, it's scripted, right?
Yeah, they re-record
I assumed it was all scripted. But then this guy who was part of the prank came out and he was like, that was not scripted. I actually thought it was Corinna, so it was without my consent, blah, blah, blah. And if it really was real, I mean, that's fucking weird. Like, I don't like that at all. And then apparently a girl has come out and said that she was super hammered and they supplied her alcohol underage, and then she was sexually assaulted, and then they claimed that it was a threesome that happened and they filmed it and they were like, they just had a threesome, whatever, which is also super weird. But again, like, I don't know how all this happened behind the scenes, so that's all I know about the whole thing.
But
they didn't film the sex. They filmed them like coming out of the room, and they're like, nice, like threesome, like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Men.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure
really
he's not.
weird.
I'm sure he's not canceled. But
Yeah, I bet he'll lay
I mean,
that's a type
we don't
of creator
know
you
his-
just literally can't cancel.
we
You
don't know
can't.
his situation. I mean, this is where the whole conversation we just had comes into play. Like, we can think he's a bad person or a good person or whatever, but there's just no point in even going on Twitter and trying to fucking talk about it and add on to it. And there's literally no point in this shit. Why does everyone care so much? I mean, I guess he is being well, then again, see, I don't know. I was just about to say he's probably being a piece of shit, but I don't actually know. None of us were there. You know, it's hard to judge a situation when none of us were fucking there.
Hi.
Yo.
Dude, we almost have a complete bingo card today. How exciting.
For what?
Well, there's a bingo card for every time a boyfriend shows up on the Housewives podcast.
Oh, is it like
Good
frowned
job.
upon?
Well,
or is this good?
It's just funny because, you all want attention.
No, I just can't.
What do you need?
Nothing.
No, come here. What do you
Bye,
want?
7 days. Wanna see my
What do you want?
beautiful girlfriend.
What do you want?
No, I'm just gonna see what's up and see dinner plans.
He wants you to make food. Oh, hey kitchen,
For a crumb
where's the
attention.
kitchen?
The dinner.
Where's it at?
Dinner. Adept says, "Where's the kitchen?" That is the sadness. Oh no, he's fine. Oh, he's fine.
Why does he look like a kid ready for picture day right there?
Dinner is in the crock pot.
Classic. Of course it is. Judy, you're amazing.
In like 45 minutes, I have to add a marinade to it, and then it has to sit for another hour. So dinner won't be done until like 8:30ish.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you starving?
No, I'm fine.
Do you want the rest of this pasta salad?
No shot.
I don't want it.
Do you want to take it away? I'll take it away for you.
Yeah. Yeah, smell in here.
I just want to see where my beautiful,
Alright,
loving
enjoy
girlfriend is, so I can ask
Bye,
when
what
food
are you
will
doing?
be ready.
I'm showering.
Okay.
At least you said the first
64
part.
hours.
Yeah. I know. Okay. Sorry. Do we want to keep talking about David or next topic?
Next
No.
Probably
topic.
next topic, because
Next
we really don't
topic.
know what happens behind closed doors. We don't know what he's done or hasn't done. So
Next topic. What do you guys think about
Oh god.
hot tub stream?
I knew it! I fucking knew it! Oh my god.
how'd you know, Maya? How'd you know?
Because Cutie said it in our group DM, which I don't know if all y'all read.
I did.
I
I
just
know
want to
what
say
Katie's
I love
talking
the
about.
tea right now with Amouranth like coming at it like you fucking bow down to the queen. That's all I
Wait,
have to
I
say.
didn't see it. Wait, she
Someone
responded
give
to
us the
something?
full rundown
Yes.
real
Okay,
quick.
here's the tea, sisters. So we all know the very popular rise in hot tub streams, including a very big top streamer themselves doing a hot tub stream, Mizkif. His was great.
Only one I watched was Casey's, and it was fucking hilarious.
Casey's is also hilarious, but I'm talking about a little shameless hot tub streams, bikinis,
Okay.
changing bikinis for sub goals and shit like that.
Oh, poggers.
And, yeah, kind of a cool way to make
Spins
money.
for subs.
Yeah, I'll spin around.
And this is on Twitch?
This is on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well,
Yeah, you've been an RP, homegirl. You don't know what's going on.
What's up, Twitch?
So, it's become very, very popular over the past month, and it has made some female streamers literally become top female streamers on the platform by
Poggers.
doing these hot tub streams. And so what happened, and okay, I'm just gonna say names. I don't care. They know that they hot tub stream, so I
Yeah,
don't care.
just say, oh, fuck it.
The streamer named Indie Foxx, she kind of got her popularity because of these hot tub streams. And so then she tweeted out something. I wish I could read it, but my phone died.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I can find it.
Or
too.
it's on Melena's Twitter, I believe.
Melina?
Melina. Sorry, Melina. Not Melina.
I was
It
like,
is.
why is Melina involved in
Because
that?
I
Do
think...
you want me to read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go Maya, go.
Do you want me to read all of it? It's long. I'll skim. Okay.
Skim.
Seeing another streamer copy my stream verbatim to my changing outfits, to my overlays, to my stream titles, everything, even my outfit styles, is disturbing, makes me sick to my stomach. Stealing my creativity because they're a bot with no ideas of their own. They pretend to be my friend. Lies, greed. This bitch is a millionaire. They copy my whole stream. Actually, shameless scum. Like, get your own
Okay.
vibe. You have 2 million.
This is
Make
what
your
Indie
own
Foxx
content,
tweeted out, by the way.
disgusting thief. Apparently, she even stole from Pink Sparkles too. I'm sorry, but they stole from the wrong Fox. Straight up my minded my own business, invented my own thing. But anyway, I'm done. We gonna decimate this lying bitch. Which that sentence in itself is probably something that you shouldn't say. I don't know. I read that and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
damn. I don't
Okay,
care if I'm the
this has to
underdog.
be
I'm just a better person. Like, I'm literally no one. Are you fucking kidding me? Boys, we moving the day time slot and we're gonna fuck her numbers up. Give me time. I'm only 2 months into the e-girl thing, but I'm done. Nothing I hate more than a liar, selfish scumbag. This is ruthless and gross. No wonder every e-girl hates her and likes me.
How can
Anyway.
you be this mad when you're... Oh my god, how can you be this mad when you're just chilling in your hot tub in a bikini? Like, shut the fuck up and go turn your stream on. Jesus Christ.
That's Indie Fox's...
Shut
I don't think
the
that was a
fuck
tweet,
up.
though.
No,
I don't think that was a tweet. It was from somewhere else.
Oh,
Oh
well,
my
Indie
goodness.
Foxx made this statement, okay? That
It was an
her-
OnlyFans post.
or OnlyFans
I
post
see.
that her content was being stolen and yada
Oh
yada
my
yada
God.
because Amouranth, the queen of
Really?
shamelessness herself, we love Amouranth. I fucking adore Amouranth. I guess I'll talk for myself. I don't know what your guys' opinion. I fucking love her.
I think she's dope. Yeah.
I think she's
I like
dope.
her.
So she's mad that Amouranth stole her content, which Amouranth is one of the hardest working women on this platform. Like
She's insane.
She puts in so many hours. She does so many cool things, admittedly. Like, she
Yeah,
really does.
bitch. Amouranth ain't gotta steal your ideas,
Yeah.
okay? And first of all, your ideas are not your ideas when they're done every single fucking day on another platform.
Also,
Okay,
for
just because you did it
context-
for the first time on Twitch, so you think, which
For
that's also
context,
false.
The reason that... So that... The thing that I read was tweeted by Melina, who was a guest on our podcast. Melina, whatever. She tweeted that and she said, wait, didn't Indie Foxx steal all my ideas? And then she said that she was talking about Amouranth in the tweet. So that's the context.
So
of the
that
whole thing.
Melina tweeted that out because Melina somewhat invented the bed streams, right?
Right.
Like, Melina started the bed streams, and so then Indie Foxx started the bed streams, but made them a little more risque, admittedly. And now, cycle back, Amouranth replies to Melina's tweet with screenshots of a Twitter DM that says, so Amouranth, or Indie Foxx DMing Amouranth back in 2017, telling Amouranth that her content is too sexual and she should change it.
Amouranth posted that!
Oh.
She did it! Oh my god! Wait, send it to her. DM it to
My
her.
phone
please,
is
please.
dead. It's
Okay.
Fuck! Oh my god,
Wait,
that's
I'm
so
on
funny.
Amouranth's Twitter right now. Okay.
Go to Melina's Twitter and look at the replies on that tweet, and Amouranth is there with the checkmate, and I don't like, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna be
Oh, she
100% really fucking honest with you guys. I don't know if like this is her master plan. I can only assume it is because
Yeah.
the stupidity coming out with these arguments is mind-boggling. Mind-boggling.
Wait, I will read
There's
it.
no
Okay.
way this is not bait. And I don't even care. We'll indulge in it. That's fine. It's hilarious. But there's just no way this is not bait. It's impossible.
So Amouranth tweeted or responded and said, "Oh, how the tables have turned," and posted a tweet that said, from Indie Foxx, it says, "Hey, was looking at your metrics, and I know you're really smart, but there's a couple things I noticed you do on stream that I think could be improved. For example, your views are high, but considering that your followers are low, and I think it's because your stream is too blatantly sexual."
Doesn't Amouranth get like some of the most followers per day on the whole platform?
From July 3rd, 2017.
Did she ask? She didn't ask.
Did you order a
I'm
large
looking at
bag
this-
of?
I'm looking
No,
at this-
look at the original comment, and she goes,
What?
"I would love to be friends. At least
It's a
hope
big
you have a
one.
good day." And then she just randomly
What?
inserts
She's
herself
like, I
again
don't think your
later.
stream's doing too well. I'm looking at your statistics and your metrics, and you're just too sexual.
Wow,
Yeah, it's crazy.
that is some weird shit. Also, let me just say this right the fuck now. If any of these girls think that they do not share almost all of the same exact fucking viewers every single fucking stream, they're delusional. You do. Stop working against each other. Stop this
Yeah,
dumbass
fucking
bait
get in a
shit.
hot tub together, honestly.
Yeah, if you guys all got in the
They should
same
be
fucking
friends.
hot tub, it would probably be one of the highest watched streams ever. Like, whatever you guys are doing right now is so damn dumb. Amouranth, this is at no fault to you. You're 100% in the clear here. This shit, like, I know damn well that Amouranth would collab with these girls in the hot tub any given day of the week. Like, Amouranth is amazing. But this other girl, whoever misinvented the fuck she thinks she is, like, please, y'all need to stop working against each other like this. This is so dumb. All we want to see is y'all sit in the hot tub with bikinis on and some water on. Like,
Also, last time I
Come
checked,
on.
didn't Mitch Jones invent hot tub streams?
yeah, the Mitch Jones
Hello?
house had hot tub streams every weekend.
I just think it is very funny tea, I will say.
Yeah.
I think it's so ridiculous.
And yeah, I don't know. I have no opinion on it besides that. If it is manufactured drama between them, that is fivehead and hilarious. But
I wish it was. I'd be proud
I
of them
wish
if it was, but I
I don't
think
think
it
it
is.
is. Yeah.
I really hope the Miss Inventor girl is fucking baiting, because I just, there's no way you think that you can fucking what was the one girl, Zoe Berger, and all her minions were all doing like twerk on camphor subs and hot tub bikini swimming pool nonstop like a couple years ago. Like, this shit ain't new on Twitch. It might be new in the past month for for
I don't
them,
think
but
she's
it's not
baiting.
new.
I think she's actually that proud of her ideas. I think she's.
But they're not her idea. That's wild.
See, okay, but regardless, I think that.
Also, can we
No,
talk
I mean, you're
about-
not wrong. I'm just like, to her, like, I don't know how she could think in her mind that these are her ideas.
I think this is really smart, whatever she's doing, posting on social media, because I did not know who Indie Foxx is before the past few days, and everyone is feeding into the drama, and she's getting all of Amouranth's viewers, she's getting everyone else's viewers, and
Yeah,
it's
she's
really
blowing up.
smart. It's great, and I think
That's
we're
what I'm
also
saying.
feeding into it.
Well, I said we will indulge into it. That's fine. Like, it's not going to hurt us to indulge into it. That's okay.
Also,
Someone
the life
in my-
cycle of content on Twitch is very much so copy each other.
Right.
Like, I think every single like big male content streamer, maybe besides Shroud, has copied something from Soda Poppin'. Like, whether that was an Amazon stream or a poker
PO
stream
unboxing.
or
Thank
whatever.
you, and
PO unboxing.
I will 100% admit to I'm a big part in making all of that shit. All of those series, everything,
True.
like early on Twitch, we did a lot of the original shit. And I am not upset when people steal these ideas. Like the PO box shit Chan started doing, he has 35 videos on it on YouTube that it started several years ago. But instead of being upset at people stealing your ideas, just keep doing what you do and do it better. Like, don't stoop down to levels of admitting that you're jealous of other people doing good.
Yeah,
You
I
look
agree.
like a fucking idiot.
I
You
would
look
love to
jealous
just
and
see them
sad.
all be in the hot tub living their best lives, like, all together. Like, I think this is so dumb.
They would get so many views. That's a genius idea. Well, we'll continue to copy Soda Poppin's ideas, Milena. Thank you for making them.
I'm not upset, and I haven't even like pointed it out. But yes, he did a lot of the IRL shit. But then again, he's been on Twitch since Twitch was founded, and back in the day, he and other people in our circle were the ones stretching the limits of what you can do. I don't know if you guys were here, but in 2015 on Twitch, your gameplay, you had to have at least 10% of your monitor had to be gameplay. So what girl streamers would do, they would sit in the IRL section. It used to be called the IRL section back then. They would be full screen, and people would literally measure out the gameplay. They would have Hearthstone in the corner of their stream, and they would measure out, is this 10% of their screen? The whole girl is taking up the screen, and then she would just have where your webcam would be, that's where your gameplay would be. And people would attack these people. And this is also before Reddit, like LSF was a big thing. People had personal Reddits, and it never blew really out of proportion. But it's crazy how much Twitch has changed to where people can sit in hot tubs and change bikinis for subs compared to what it was back then, where you had to have at least 10% of your screen gameplay. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I admire the shamelessness of what these girls are doing. Haul your bag, get your fucking money, like, do you, but I don't support it being on the same website that I stream on, because when we do streams and I tell my IRL friends in Norway, here's where we stream, this is what we do, they go onto the website and they see girls sitting in hot tubs, I am afraid that they think that I do the same thing. But
another problem that
I'm against it. I'm not against it.
Another problem that I have with that is there was this one time that I was sitting on my balcony wearing, I don't even usually wear shirts that are like this. It's usually like a t-shirt, right? So I was probably wearing a t-shirt and like sweats or something, maybe shorts, I don't know. But I was sitting on the couch outside on our balcony, or I was like laying on the couch outside on my balcony and just like talking to chat with my chat open. The amount of people that were saying shameless, like, because I was like laying on the patio furniture outside when I was like sitting there, and the amount of people that were like flat chest and shit like that was just like, that I started thinking about it then. But that's another reason why I have a problem with it.
Yeah. I've talked about this with my chat before because I had an upswing in like random people coming in my stream saying, when's your hot tub stream, or you should go put a swimsuit on, or why there's been an upswing, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where's this coming from? And then I realized, I click on just chatting, and the person next to me, the next female next to me, is in a hot tub, and I'm like, oh, that's why. And so I think Twitch needs to have a separate category, at least, like maybe outdoors or something like that.
They have that outdoors category.
Well, they would never do a category that was specified for them.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if Twitch actually doesn't allow sexualized content, and as much as they play in the gray area, they need to figure it out. Like, Twitch needs to figure it out.
Twitch saying they don't allow sexualized content is bullshit.
I know it's bullshit.
Amouranth is in a hot tub right now with 15,000 viewers. Just look that up because Cutie said the next Just Chatting. I'm like, well, let's look at Just Chatting right now, and there it is.
But then again, these girls doing these things on Twitch does bring in a shit ton of people to the website, which
and
also
money.
Benefits
not
us
people that I want.
No, it's not necessarily people that you want, but I mean, they stay in their streams. But the amount of clicks that this shit gets on YouTube, where people realize that this is an actual platform where you can go and hang out, the people that don't stick around in those hot tub channels that comes to your stream, to Miskip's stream, and have found you through the publicity of sexual content, which is a gray area on Twitch, is good for our business as well.
I don't think that's
the algorithm of the website, and sex has always sold. It has always sold, and it's not really a negative thing, but people will always click on those YouTube videos with the thumbnail with the girl big titties instead of watching, I don't know, Tyler's face when he plays League. It's amazing PR.
Not like we could ever come up with the numbers for that, but in my head, I don't think that those numbers are significant enough for me to think of it as like a positive thing that they bring to this platform.
But you don't really know what it has not done for you, because you don't see where your stream would have been without all these people coming in from these platforms because of these girls clickbaiting, being in the clickbait videos and stuff.
But I mean, isn't that like what implying that like a lot of our bases are coomers and they're here because of the sexualized content on Twitch?
When I wear this is a green top. I put another one outside of it. When I wear that shit in the kitchen, we get like 4,000 more views just because I'm wearing tight clothes. Does that make me uncomfortable when people talk about it in the chat? Yeah, but I'm not gonna not dress and try to feel pretty about myself because coomers make me feel uncomfortable. You just have to brush it off. Sorry, I just ranted there. I got
No,
off
I
topic.
think it's an interesting idea about the trickle down, because it is free advertising. Twitch does make a lot of money off of it, but it does suck when it leads to like us being more sexually harassed. And I think a lot of people think that that we're not blaming men here for being disgusting, but we are. They're also blamed. But I think a lot of them are confused because they come to if they do clickbait the hot tub stream and it is being sexualized, then they are being gross and they are thinking they're on a different website and they don't realize. I think the best example, and I've given this example a few times, so my chat is probably sick of hearing it, but the best example I have heard is imagine you're an apartment building. You live in an apartment building. The person that lives above you, my hot tub streamer, leaves out a piece of cake. Okay? They leave out a piece of cake, and then some cockroaches get into the house. So the cockroaches are in the apartment above you, and then the cockroaches get into your house too, because you're below them. So number one, it is the apartment manager's fault for not taking care of that, aka Twitch. Number two, it is the apartment owner, aka the hot tub streamers, for not cleaning up their fucking cake, because these girls do need to mod more. For the amount of sexualized comments that they are allowing in their chat is not okay, and the fact that they are using, a non-sexual platform to be sexual is kind of lame. And then number three, fuck the cockroaches. Why are you guys so gross? So it's a lot of people's faults here, but I think at the end of the day, these women have found a loophole and they are making bank, and I don't blame them for that. I think it's sick.
It's definitely not their fault. If that's that's their goal, that's fine. That's their goal, whatever. But as you're saying with, the Twitch management of it, I don't understand why Twitch is so lenient on these things when, we're talking about here, it does create more harassment for those of us that don't want our platform to be that. Because at some point, when your top female streamers are doing that, and that is the reward that they're receiving, to become the top, it starts putting this expectation on every female that at some point, that's what your content will evolve into. Now, do I think that here's where things get a little tricky for me personally, and I'm just going to try to openly talk about it without really offending anyone. I love that the internet as a whole is becoming a more openly sexual place, if that makes sense. Because for so much of my life, I felt like I was slut shamed for just having big boobs.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So for me, it's wow, this is a positive thing. Women are embracing their bodies. They're embracing, their sexuality and being a little bit more openly sexual with how they talk and behave, right?
For anybody that's sorry to interrupt you.
No,
for
you're
anybody
good.
that's question marking, if Adept was wearing the exact same shirt that I was wearing, there would be coomers. There would be she's a titty streamer, whatever. She's got a fair point there.
Yeah, and you can, if anyone out there wants to deny that I've been slut shamed my whole life, even as a 11-year-old girl, child, that's your own fucking mental issue. That has nothing to do with me. It's the facts, and that's what I'm telling you. Now, the part that I think saddens me, I don't know if that's the correct word. Like I say, I'm really not trying to offend anyone here. You know what? I'll just take that back. But the part that I'm kind of realizing now is how intertwined gaming and sexual content is. Gaming content creators are, for females, the number of like the gap of like sexual content creators that are also just gaming content creators is like getting closer, it seems. Like on my Twitter, I feel like every day a new gaming creator now has started an OnlyFans or some other type of sexual content, whatever. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that is all good and dandy, whatever. But I don't want it to be something that just straight up goes hand in hand. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what this means for the future of female gaming content creators.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
think
where it gets hard for me to think about all that.
Every single one of us, you've been asked if you have an OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably every day, at least once a day, I get asked if I have an OnlyFans.
And even worse than that,
nothing for that,
we have all been begged to start an OnlyFans. That's what's even worse than that. Because if they're just asking, I mean, that is bad because, like I said, it sets a new expectation. Like, oh, hey, look, a Twitch creator, you must have an OnlyFans, which is very annoying. Like,
right.
Not that, again, there's nothing wrong with having an OnlyFans. It's
exactly
just the fact that this is being compared. And I'm not a sexual streamer in any way. I couldn't be sexual if I tried, I think. Like, I'm just too awkward for it. But it's just kind of interesting that they go.
It's just becoming expected of every female at this point. It feels that pressure, that social pressure is there so much right now.
And you want to know something that's really interesting is I have I'm not going to say the company's name here because I don't want to get anyone in trouble in any sort of way, but I have a friend who pretty much represents a company that finds deals for streamers. They find deals for streamers like, you know, fucking, I can't even think of, I don't want to name names, but say a salad company or a sandwich company or whatever. And they find deals and they give them to Twitch streamers to make them money. There have been companies, and my friend has told me this, that will say, just find us 5 of the top male streamers. And then they say, well, what about female streamers? They said it's too much of a gamble. Because on Twitch, if you go through and you click on female streamers.
Female streamers. That's interesting.
You click on female streamers, it is a gamble because some of them are not gamers compared to if you click on men. You are 10 out of 10 going to have family friendly, maybe not family friendly, but you are going to have non-sexual content in any way. But if you even went to the top 10 female streamers right now, there are probably people that is considered sexual content, even if it's not, just because we've decided that tits are sexual when you're just wearing a fucking shirt. You know what I'm saying? But it's so sad because from a company's point of view, it is much easier to not have to dive into that and see what this person's content is because they know they can give this money to Ms. Kiff and he's not going to be a sexual subject. They can give this to Ludwig. They can give it to XQC. They can give it to Tyler. They can give it to Nick without hesitation because of what that represents. And that is so fucked up that it just makes their job easier to give it to men. And it's fucking holding back female content creators because they've decided to sexualize certain things, and it's just like, why? And it's so frustrating because it's like, I don't know.
No, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. I never thought of it from like a brand's perspective, I guess. Michaela and Milena, are you guys?
I'm just thinking about things I should and shouldn't say.
Same.
Because this is a very sensitive subject. But
it's very sensitive.
Because
I don't want to shame. I don't want to shame women back into like this closet of like never be sexual, never. Don't talk about dicks or sex. You know, like I don't want to do that at all. Not even slightly.
I can definitely tell you though from personal experience of someone that I have talked to in the past that worked for a company that used to sponsor people or does sponsor people. We gave them an example, or I asked them. I asked them an example. How much does this person get, and how much does this person get? And it was a woman and a man. The man had about 2,000 viewers. The woman at the time had about 4,500 average viewers at the time. The man got paid more, even though he had half her viewers.
Wait, why?
And I don't really remember the reason why, but I don't think we'll ever know, because all of us have different bounties and agencies and sponsors, and we don't really talk about how much we make to each other. But if I can guess, I think that is still happening when people are looking for sponsorships, is that they pay the guys, even though they have same amount of viewers as the girls, more money than the women.
Well, this is a good conversation for all of us, because I talk to Miz about all of my numbers and he talks to me about mine, and ours scale pretty accurately. I mean, we work with different agencies even, and I do think that they scale pretty accurately. Have you guys had the same experience or no? Like, do you guys, I'm sure you guys talk to your boyfriends about numbers.
Well, I don't stream on my own, so I don't really know those type of numbers.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know, because I don't even get deals in Ludwig's wheelhouse, because he's so drastically bigger than myself that like we've never had the same deal. So I don't know, but my only comment is my only perspective is from that person who currently still works in the industry and does still represent a company that gets sponsorships, and said that there are more companies that just specifically ask for male, and that's just a bummer. And so maybe
that,
you know.
And in my opinion, that's on the fault of only those fucking companies that are asking that. That pisses me off so much, because if they took 5 extra minutes, they don't even have to do it. I'm sure your friend that works there, whatever, they know exactly what women are safe without the sexual content, all that. Like,
yeah.
It is such a cop-out bullshit excuse. Like, oh, we don't, we're not going to work with women at all because some of them do this shit. Like,
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
But it is hard when, like Milena said earlier, if the perspective becomes women on Twitch are this. Because even if you Google, honest to God, I tested this the other day. If you Google female Twitch streamer, there's a weird array. If you go Google image and you search female streamer, there's a weird array of e-girl and then just like normal girls that are just doing their thing, And so it's very interesting, because you don't see that drastic change in archetypes with males, and it's just very interesting.
But I definitely feel like we are a big part of if a change, we can be a big part of the change. Not to toot my own horn, but all of us sitting here are some of the biggest female English-speaking streamers on this platform, and or have a lot of say. Especially this podcast, we get our words across, and we can help change these things if necessary, like raising awareness to the issues and problems and our concerns that with the hot tub streams and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean like I want to stop this and take and try to take the possibility away from the girls doing it. But it does make us look bad.
Because what it is on this website. Because I don't want to be like, oh, if I'm sexual, I look bad. Because I don't, again, and I don't think Milena's trying to do this. In no way, I support sex work. I think it's actually really important. I think it does a lot of good. People that are I think it can prevent a lot of sexual assault if sexually aggressive people have another outlet besides attacking women. They can go to a website and they can do those things and relieve themselves or whatever. There's tons of reasons that sex work is good, but it's just hard as someone who I'm not sexual. Honest to God, I'm too shy to be sexual. I really hate it. I even hate when people comment on I have one bikini picture on Instagram because I was just proud of myself because I had worked out a lot, and I have one bikini picture, and the amount of comments that are sexual on that, I'm I just was proud of I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I used to do not ads, but when people would send you but not send you a base pay, and then you'd take pictures and then you'd have an affiliate code type thing. I used to do that on my Instagram with bikinis. I cannot imagine having those pictures up now. I mean, the amount of hate and shit that I would get, oh my God. Also, I'm not calling you out, but Michaela, are you okay? Like, are you like,
Yeah,
are you feeling
I-
okay?
You can leave if you want to. and
Yeah.
we can just-
Yeah, you can go, Michaela. if you
No,
want.
I just don't really have a lot to say on this topic. My stomach hurts, so sometimes it's hard to concentrate a little bit. But like, I just have different views on this than most of you guys, so I just don't really know what to say.
Well, that's the
I mean, you
point
should
of
say it
like
if you have a
sharing all our
different
own
view,
perspectives.
Well, I don't even know where to begin. I guess at the start with the drama, I mean, all I could really say there is I just don't care. Like, as long as it doesn't affect me, I don't give a fuck if they're in a hot tub or not. I don't, unless it's
But it does affect you. That's what we've been talking
it's
about.
not
Like,
it's
don't
not
know.
it's that's why I agree with you. It's not affecting me. Those people are not watching me. They know for a fact I'm never going to be in a hot tub. My viewers know for a fact they're there for either Tyler or to watch me be shit at a game. They're not waiting for me to wear a bikini, and I'm not losing viewership because of these women. If I wanted something very badly, I would try harder than what I'm doing right now. That's my perspective on it. If I truly wanted to be big one day and really make it, I would work my ass off, and I'd honestly work as hard as Maya. I'm not even gonna lie. I think Maya is one of the hardest working women I've ever come across. If I ever had to reach towards being successful in any type of way, it would be like that, in a sense, doing just so many things and growing. And look, we've been on here for so long, and look at Maya. Maya just came out of the blue 1 year ago, and she already makes 20,000 viewers, 30,000 viewers, like that. I do not think these bikini streamers are taking anything away from me at all. I really don't.
Okay. Did anyone here ever feel at any point that these women are taking views from us? No.
Well,
No. So let's just not even go there, because nobody at all said anything about them taking views from us.
I thought
What
that's
we're talking
what
about
Melanie was
is
just
the
saying.
issue with these companies looking at Twitch and going, we can't trust female streamers to not have sexual platform, showcasing. We can't trust them.
And then
That
viewers
affects every
expecting it.
single woman and viewers expecting it
I was
from everyone.
I was starting at the basis of the hot tub streams that you guys were talking about at the very beginning. I don't even know what this conversation is about. You guys making money. I got so lost in it. Are you saying that women are not making as much money as men because of sponsors and how they are? Like,
that was one of the points, yes, because the sponsors are afraid. Some sponsors are afraid of female streamers as a whole because of the way that content is transforming right now.
I honestly don't pay attention to it. I can't give my opinion on that. My only opinion was based off of the hot
so all
tub
I'm going to say
situation.
is, regardless of how hard any single woman here worked her fucking ass off, regardless of how hard, if a guy matched that same exact hard work, he has the higher chance of getting more of the sponsorships, more of the payment, more of the money, and less of the social pressure to be sexual than any single one of us right here would. Just saying.
I agree with less of the social pressure. It's super anecdotal, but in my experience, like the money, I mean, I get, my chat knows I do a lot of sponsors.
But let's say we all got every single sponsorship opportunity. Let's say the man and the woman both got every single sponsorship opportunity given to Twitch streamers. The man flat out gets more only because of what Cutie said. So yes, I trust me, I'm not upset about how much money I make. I'm not upset about it at all. I agree with Michaela. If I worked harder, I could get more in the grand scheme of things, yes. But just flat out, based off of what Cutie has given us, the info here, the man, if he accepted every single Twitch sponsorship opportunity available, he would have more available than the woman, based off of what was given here today.
Because there's a perception that women equal brand risk, is all.
Yes.
I don't think...
My thing is like anecdote. Okay, again, super anecdotal. Matt does take every sponsorship practically, and so do I. And I really do think that our numbers pretty much scale. Like, we've talked about them. We've sat down and done the math. And like, Matt, we are both shameless as shit. Like, we both get a lot of sponsors, and we both do a lot of sponsors. And there are agencies that want me and don't want Matt, because they think that I'm less of a brand risk, because they think that I'm charitable, because they want to look good. And just like in my experience, I think that like when it comes to money, I can't say anything about women making less. But when it
Well,
comes to the sexualized content, absolutely.
I agree with you, Maya. I 100% agree with you. I'm not in disagreement of that. Like I said, I'm not complaining about the amount of money that I make. I'm very grateful for that. I think it's substantial for my size of streaming. I think it's amazing. And that's why, like, when she asked about the wage gap between men and women, I didn't say anything. But what I'm saying is that based off of the info she gave us, there is the potential that a man is getting if they got every single sponsorship available on the whole platform of Twitch, the man gets, for example, 30, while the woman only gets 25 because those other 5 brands are not doing their due diligence and being like, hey, we're going to support women, even though we know those type of streamers exist. We're not going to categorize them all in the same place. My issue is not with the women at all. I think that it's cool they have the freedom to do that. My issue is with the brands being like, oh,
Yeah,
well,
these
all
brands
female
need
streamers
to work
bad.
harder. Yeah, I agree.
But they don't even have to work harder.
The
The agents know who's brand safe and what they're looking for and who would fit the brand.
I have a very specific example, and I don't know that it's relevant to this conversation. But I don't know if you guys remember, chat, you probably remember. Matt did a soap sponsor, like in the old house forever ago, and he took a bath. And like this mic fell in the bathtub. It was this mic, but he did a sponsor where he was in the bathtub using soap. And I remember when he did that sponsor, I don't remember how much he made on it. Not that it matters, but if I were to take that spot, can you imagine like the reaction if I did the exact same stream? Yeah. Imagine me being in a bathtub in a swimsuit doing a soap sponsor the exact same way that he was doing it. And then imagine Matt has kissed Crazy Slick on stream a whole bunch of times, right? Imagine if Cutie was at the house, who I'm super close with as well, right? Just like Matt is close with Crazy Slick. Imagine Cutie and I kissed on stream. Can you imagine the reaction and the hate to that, like that we would get for that? Like, that's crazy to think about. And those are just 2 instances where I've thought about the difference between my stream and Matt's stream. I don't know, that's like very specific.
That is interesting. That is very interesting.
Someone said hate, ? Hate, no. You don't think Cutie and I would get hate if we kissed on the lips on stream?
Are you kidding? Crazy. That's crazy.
They would hate where the hate comes from. I know that whoever asked that is thinking like that could only be a good thing because it's hot and we would all love to see it.
They're saying no shot. We would get called sluts all over the internet. You are out of your mind if you don't think that people would be like, God, they're just farming coomers. This is so shameless. This is they're such sluts. This is so shameless. No, I don't care how many question marks I get, that we would get so much shit if we did
we can't do anything. Adept and I was on our kitchen counter, fucking dancing, fully clothed, smashed as fuck at our like fake Twitch party.
Dancing on the counter,
right? And people call it hoes, like just for dancing on the
counter.
Fucking idiots.
Like idiots. We were doing How am I a hoe doing a Fortnite dance? Are you kidding me right now? Flossing. That makes me a hoe. You should have seen me in my club days, bitch. You wouldn't have liked that. You wouldn't have liked that. I know that's right.
I think I'm concerned that anyone got the takeaway that Kayla got is I don't think these hot tub streamers are taking any of my viewers. I really don't. I don't think, obviously we have very different viewers. That's it. I don't think they are. I just kind of, if anything, it is kind of beneficial to the website. Yeah, it's beneficial in the trickle down. Yes. Like Milena said.
If anything, you guys all argue that they bring more viewers to the platform as a whole.
But I just wish those guys would shut up. And we're in front of a few thousand people right now. Guys, if you can hear me, tell your friends, stop sexualizing women that aren't fucking doing anything. Like, I am playing League of Legends and people come in and they're like, show me your tits. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? No, I'm not going to show you your, like, what is wrong with you? Just stop. Like, that's where, that is the base of this conversation. That is the foundation. Grow the fuck up, please. Like, I talked about my period. I talked about my period yesterday on Ludwig's stream, and like his chat was getting queasy, and I was like, no.
Oh my god.
We are normalizing periods. How dare you make me feel uncomfortable for bleeding out of my vagina like every woman does every single month? No, we are normalizing this because I am so sick of feeling ashamed that I feel like shit because of something that happens naturally. Hello? Like, shut up, you guys. Grow up. As society, as misogynists, grow the fuck up. That's all we're asking for.
Are we getting too old for this website?
Maybe.
We're shouting at people for periods and stuff. Like,
I'm on my period right now.
Me too. Oh, Cycle Sister.
Really? Oh my god, respect.
So cute. Anyway.
I finished mine a week and a half ago, I think.
Nice.
So letting everyone know that in 3 weeks I'm gonna be angry again. Okay. Michaela, thoughts?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Are you mad at us?
No, why would I be
I
mad?
don't know.
What the fuck?
But
No,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know. I just like I don't know.
I do want to say
you
though,
guys have
sorry.
no. Go ahead. I don't care. It's
I do want to say though that without these shameless girl streamers, the website would not be as big as it is today.
True.
No one would. Okay, not no one. Only a percentage of what Twitch is today would sit here and watch guys play video games all day. But so if anything, it is helping all of us. It is helping all of us because it's bringing in a shit ton of people from other platforms with PR. It's helping all of us bring people to the website.
Honestly, I think shamelessness. I fucking love Amouranth, and I think her shamelessness is hilarious. Like, I think it's so fucking funny, and so I think there is a place for shamelessness. We just have to like figure it out. Like I said, a different section or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Can we just have a shameless section?
Can we make
I would
just
love
shameless
it.
18 plus?
Yeah.
Like, hello.
I think it'd be great.
I don't know. I think it's great. I think the hard thing is that we're in the same section and it just makes it lame. Like, someone with a boner leaves watching someone in a hot tub stream and then comes to me and they like are expecting to finish. Homie, I'm not helping with that. Like, I don't know. Is that crazy? I'm not here to help with that.
So you think if there's a brand new section that these same people aren't going to come in, or at least a good portion still aren't going to come and check on your stream?
I think it's less likely for them to like click. I think it'll just it'll kind of create a dam. Like, they'll still get through, but not as like not flood through, you know? And
I
maybe
think
it's
people
delusional.
are going to come to all of our streams regardless if there was an 18 plus section. I think it would barely touch the surface. I really, I don't think it would make a difference. But that's just my opinion.
Wait, no, I agree with that. I don't think that
Wait,
they would
what did you
detract
say?
from our viewership.
What
I
was
just-
it, Kayla?
I just don't think making another section would take away that many people from coming to your chat still.
I agree.
Yeah,
saying
I
those
think they would, regardless, still look for women like that they find attractive to say those things to. Like, regardless of whatever section you're in and whatever section they came from, that's like their goal. So it's gonna happen anyways.
Well, fuck. What are we supposed
I just
to
think
do?
it'd be cool for it to. I just think it'd be cool for there to be a just shameless section,
I just
because
think
then
that'd be
you know
funny.
exactly what you're looking for. It's like I
Honestly,
love
wait,
shameless
I
content
actually
sometimes.
might agree with that.
I love it too. I think it's very, I don't know.
I think it's funny.
I think it's funny.
I think it's great.
Like I said, Amouranth, I probably have more watch time in Amaranth's stream than a lot of people. I think Amouranth is hilarious because she feeds into it, and I think it's super funny. I think it's great. And so, I don't know. I don't think there's an easy solution here besides to tell men to stop being yucky.
You can't control all of them.
Wait,
Mike,
but
you
if
said you
it,
disagreed earlier. What do you disagree on?
Wait, what? Me?
wait. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Matt is whistling. I'm gonna tell him to stop.
I'm gonna forget this. I just want to understand. So when you say they're shameless, is it because of them streaming on this platform that makes it shameless? Because then you say you love these women and what they're doing and it's okay, but you're also calling it shameless. And I want to understand what is shameless about it that is making you say, like,
Yeah,
I just
that's
want to understand. I just
Well,
want
maybe it's, personally, I think hearing you say that, it's probably the word we shouldn't use. Personally,
yeah, like, why are we saying, oh, these girls are shameless, they should have a single-handed shameless section, but I also love them at the same time, but it's shameless what they're doing. But I still support
missed
it.
it was
What
just
was
the word we were
Michaela's-
using,
what was
and I
the take?
continued to use it. But hearing you say that, it
That's a
does
good,
sound
really good
stupid to
point,
say
yeah.
that. Yeah.
What was the point?
Instead of like Her point
How
is,
are we
is
going to
we're-
support them and call them shameless at the same time? It's like
Yeah,
an
it's
it
like-
does feel
oxymoron.
very
It's stupid.
contradictory. You're right.
Yeah.
And it is. I think it's confusing.
I don't. I'm too
And let-
glasses in. I'm
and-
not gonna talk
and
about
let's-
this.
No. What, Maya?
Nah.
No, and
because I think it's shameless. I'm
But
gonna
if you
say it.
think it's
It's
We
shameless,
can
then
talk
yeah,
about it later.
that's fine. Then you can think it's shame. I just wanted to understand why Cutie's saying she thinks there should be an entire section for shameless
I
people.
agree.
and then-
I think there should be one side or the other, and I think some of us are on one side and some of us are on the other.
I think okay, what I think yes, shameless is probably too harsh of a word, but I think they are feeding into being sexual on a non-sexual website, and that is what makes them shameless, right? They have no shame in taking advantage of a website that's not supposed to be sexual.
Yes.
I think that's where the word originates
But
from, and that's
fuck
why
shame, 'cause they shouldn't
Kayla
be
makes a
shamed.
really good
Yeah.
point to make us aware that we're saying that, and how it could be perceived as negative, like to use that word to describe that.
I mean, we
So
would-
I'm
we would
gonna
never
change
cross our
it to
mind
like
about train
18
wrecks.
plus for me.
Yeah,
For me,
I
I'm gonna
agree.
change it to 18 plus. Like,
That's fair.
I think an 18 plus section would be really fucking dope. I love watching 18 plus content. I think it'd be cool. So, props to Michaela for pointing that out. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah. Shameless is definitely negative.
That's too negative. Yeah, you're right.
We
I think
wouldn't be
that's really
saying that
fair.
unless it was for Trainwrecks making it a meme. It's not like we're going after people and like fucking shame. Like we all
Yeah.
know it's from Trainwrecks' stream.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
God damn it, train. Yeah, I think it's a negative word being used too casually. You're 100% right
Yeah.
to say that.
True.
And I try to think of this on a deeper level. I'm sorry, but what if what if one of us just actually did want to come on here and do a swimming stream with all of us hanging out, and it wasn't meant to be us feeding into these sexual people? Like, we just wanted to be normal individuals in bikinis hanging out.
But there's a massive
Because-
difference between us having fun in bikinis and
Yes.
having sub goals to change bikinis. That's triangles
Yes.
that can barely fit over your fucking nipples. It's a massive difference. And if you
Yeah.
can't see
The
that
objective is
difference,
completely different.
it is.
Yeah.
Our objective would be to swim and have fun, right? But their objective is literally to farm subs and to change their
Yeah.
outfit based on those subs. That's
And to
just
do
different
spins for
content.
subs.
Yeah, and to do
But-
spins for
Playing on
subs.
sex. It's playing on sex.
At
And
the
that's what
same
it is.
time, is this also technically a bad thing? Like, why is it looked at in a negative light when, at the end of the day, almost every content creator is doing something shameless in their own way to make money on here?
It's looked at in a bad light because they're doing it on a platform where you're not supposed to sexualize things. This is a gaming platform specifically. Like, since back in the day, 10% of your screen had to be your gameplay over your camera, and it's changed into something where you can sit and donate so people can change bikinis on stream. And as I said earlier, yes, sure, I admire you. Get the money, get the bag. It is shameless, though. It is shameless. You have like it is shameless to do these playing on sex on a platform where kids watch and play video games. There's fucking 9 and 8-year-olds on here, and their moms are allowing them to be on here. Do you forget what our audience look like?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna bring up moms being on here and kids being on here, look at all of our content. I mean, I guess maybe not
I
a
think
lot
our
of my.
content's
No,
great.
but
We're
listen, no,
normalizing
stop,
things
stop.
like periods.
No, but you're saying you're bringing up kids and parents watching this stuff, but at the same time, we're all talking about sex and dicks and Nick's making pogo jokes that are inappropriate, and these kids are listening to that. So what truly is the difference between half of the terrible shit that we're saying and then what these other people are doing?
We are not saying terrible things. Anything that
We're
we
n-
talk about, we're
To little
normalizing things.
kids.
Yeah,
right?
we're normalizing things like sex and having issues
Exactly.
and women problems.
We're
and
not-
real issues.
We're
instead
not
of
saying,
playing
hey,
no,
sub
no,
right
no.
now and we'll
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
how
no,
much
no.
we want to suck your
Not
dick
this
or some shit like that.
conversation.
It's way
Not
different.
this podcast. Not this serious conversation. I'm talking about the times where every streamer is making sexual jokes or something like that. When you're with Nick or doing with someone or anything and you're bringing up dick and all these in a non-serious way.
But that's just a
I
joke.
think-
It's not a reward
yeah.
for hitting a sub goal.
I think that
That's the-
making
the
a sexual
difference.
joke is very different from basing your entire identity as a streamer off of your body. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just
Like going live and doing your like spins for subs and making a sub goal, I think is very different from like talking about sex and making jokes and talking about sexual jokes, like while you're making other content that you're proud of, maybe that you're passionate about, anything like that. I think it's very different to present yourself as a body. And you know what? I'm gonna stop talking because I'm 2 glasses in and I really don't want to get on LSF.
The only thing I found like a bit hypocritical was the whole age thing, because we, like, most of us here are not supposed to be catering to these children.
Yeah, but sex
those-
jokes.
I think
sex
there
jokes,
is a slight flaw. Sorry,
Se-
I'm just gonna
okay.
say I think there is a slight flaw in calling Twitch at this point in time a gaming platform. I think it's a streaming platform, but I do think that it is like this is where things get hard, because it's like we're not a cam site. Is that the correct term? You know, like a pornish cam site. But we are still a live streaming platform, and that doesn't they claim to not really showcase sexual content, but there are loopholes being found that are very aimed with sexual goals and objectives. So I'm not necessarily shaming that, and I am trying to hear your point of view, but it's very different to be playing in those loopholes and just openly talking about sex and sex jokes and things like two very different things in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think the slight flaw comes from calling Twitch a gaming platform at the moment.
Sex jokes and like talking about sex and sex education in some way, or normalizing sex does not equal softcore porn.
Yeah.
And I think
I think if I was a mom and I had a 10-year-old or whatever, 13-year-old kid, we all know that there's half of the people on this website are not even 13, or probably less than that. I would, yes, allow them to use Twitch. 2, no, allow them to use not OnlyFans. What's that website called? My Free Cams? No, but there is a line here. You know, there is a line of it's kind of starting to look like the front page of just chatting is kind of starting to look a little bit the same.
I think it goes through phases too. I think it goes through phases. Like,
and here's where the only issue, I don't have a better term for that, but the only issue arises is that Twitch does not claim to be a platform that showcases that content, but yet there it is being showcased. So if Twitch was a free-for-all, we wouldn't be having this discussion, because we would genuinely not give a fuck. But the thing is that's the narrative at the moment, is that it's not a free-for-all.
And I mean, it is. They just haven't really advertised it as that, but it's allowed.
Exactly, which is maybe something they should consider doing. Like, imagine if there was Twitch R, which is for rated R. Fuck it, whatever. That's cool. I don't care. Like, we wouldn't be having this conversation if they had that. But the way that the thing that makes this all,
I think you guys still would. I think you guys still would, even if there was. I think you guys would have. I still think you guys would say something.
After everything that we've said and the support that we're showing and the discussion, the deep rooted discussions that we're having, you think that we would be talking negatively about Twitch R rated?
I think you like, there's always something to say about Twitch. I think you would still talk about these streamers doing that. Yes, I do. I don't think you'd always say something necessarily negative. They wouldn't be in
the same category as us. They wouldn't be in the same category as us, and
Twitch would be a free for all.
Yeah, the problem is
it would be such a different scenario.
Yeah,
we're on the same level as them. That's the whole issue here, that we are being put in the same categories as them, and a lot of people come into Twitch that watch these girls are expecting the same things from us. That is the whole issue, and we don't want to necessarily be sexualized.
I don't think making another R-rated section is going to stop most of that happening. That's my point here. Like,
what do you think would help?
I don't know. I think the world is fucked. I think that's a problem that we can't solve. I think that's on a mental level, like, so deep that that's something we cannot, no matter what we do, even on Twitter, like, like, it's hard to change that mindset of those people. I'm agreeing, like, in a sense with what you're saying for the most part, but there's still gonna be these people that are gonna, regardless if there is another section, they're still gonna come back
Yeah.
to
But you
us
don't
at
think
the
that
end of the
selling
day.
that kind of content on this platform contributes to that, like, expectation?
I'm not gonna lie, like, I just don't use Twitch enough to see this. When I go on Twitch, I watch Tyler. I don't look at my just chatting section. So I can't fully give an opinion on this because I don't see it. It's not on my front page ever. Even if I click on just chatting or before I host someone, I don't ever come across it. So I don't know. This whole conversation to me is confusing because I just don't have it on my stuff.
I've loved your perspective on it. I think it's actually great that we have a different perspective to like kind of challenge these thoughts and go back and forth because it is interesting. But I mean, like I said, how I think of a different section is literally like a dam, because right now there is no dam, right? Like of water. The water's just going through. They're just clicking on just chatting. They go to the next girl. They go to the next girl. These gross humans, these gross men, or they don't have to be men. I mean, women can be very sexual
Gross
too, and they can
people.
gross people, just gross
Same
people that are getting excited because of some sexual content. They click over to just chatting and they go blah blah blah. And I think by putting up that dam and going into a separate section, even though they will still take the energy to maybe leave and find different categories, it's just a little tiny step in between that isn't there right now, and maybe it'll help. I think at the end of the day, it is a systematic problem with how society is in general. Yes, it's gross, and yes, sometimes I feel like it's hopeless and it just sucks and it's exhausting to be a woman and to be harassed and sexualized constantly, and that will always happen. But what can we do as just a small little thing to help? Because I'm exhausted.
I mean, maybe it would help. I don't believe it would, but maybe it would. A small percentage, maybe. I just think it's a whole society problem of people being raised and not
You're absolutely
understanding.
right.
And there's just only so much we can say and do that
You're absolutely right.
been said.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Maya. Go ahead.
I don't think, sorry, but before we move on, I don't think there needs to be another section. I don't think there needs to be. I'm not even like advocating for that. We're talking about things, we're talking about options, whatever, but I'm not advocating for a new section. I don't give a fuck. What I'm saying is the fact that maybe Twitch should just start presenting themselves as a free-for-all at this point, instead of like trying to almost keep this image where it's like, we're gaming, we don't showcase sexual content, but it's like, well, you kind of do, so you might as well just allow it.
I just want to like address. There are so many people in my chat. I don't know how many of you, Cutie, you're streaming. Adept, you're streaming.
I'm getting a lot of back and forth. Yeah.
Okay, so there are so many people in my chat that are saying, like, there's this argument that I've seen on socials all the time, too, of, like, all men. Like, people are saying, like, people are blaming all men, like, all men suck, whatever. Men. But can I just, like, I just want to address... What, Michaela?
Sorry, I love that. It makes me... I love liking that stuff, because it triggers so many...
It's so lame. It's so lame.
Yeah, But here's the reality, like pulling up my Instagram demographic, and I only pull that one up because it's the easiest to access. Like my Instagram demographic is 91.9% men. I don't know about you guys, but it's probably very similar. The demographic on Twitch is primarily men. There is no going around that statistic. There's no going around it. So like,
how do I check it?
On Instagram, just go to like the top 3 bars on the right, and then go to Insights. And then
I'm pretty sure mine is like 2%
or your audience.
women.
Oh no!
I'm almost certain.
Right, I'm 8.1% women.
Which is actually high for women, believe it or not. That's
right,
very
I know,
high.
because I try to get more of a female audience, but it's hard to do. I just want to emphasize the fact that it's not like we're just talking because we're like, we hate men. It really is a heavy statistic that we're working with here. A heavy demographic that we're working with. 91.9% men on Instagram. I mean, it's not because Instagram's platform is primarily men. I mean, I don't know what the actual numbers are.
All of our followers, all of our Instagram followers are from Twitch. Like, that's where we market ourselves. There's no way. I mean, maybe I have a small percentage that found me on Instagram. They're like, wow, this girl's cool, but I don't think so. I think they're just my viewers from Twitch that were like, yo, I'm gonna follow her on Instagram.
I have 10% women and 90% men.
Yeah.
I hate all men.
Actually higher than mine.
No.
Wait, so where do you check it out? In settings and then what?
Insights.
Oh.
I think this is all a very interesting discussion, and I think Adept's idea is right. Maybe I mean, we've been begging for this for years. Twitch, just be more clear. Be more clear of what's allowed and what isn't, and and maybe that would lead to just like maybe I wouldn't be as comfortable streaming on this platform, and that's okay.
11.3% women.
That's good. Like maybe maybe it would lead to like if Twitch is a free for all and you can sexualize your content, then maybe I would stream on YouTube. I don't know. That's a choice that you can make if you don't want sexual content, or if you're trying to figure out a way to be less sexually harassed or whatever. But we just need some clarity, Twitch.tv, because help. I don't know.
There's no clarity around here, dude. Like the moderation team treats everyone different based on their streams and everything. There's everything here on this website. There is no clarity. You're not gonna get clarity, and that's how people are getting away with stuff. It's just not gonna happen. It's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have clarity, but we always have the option to move. Like, that's always going to be there. If I was a big enough streamer and I hated Twitch this much, or like didn't like the policies, or didn't like that they're not being open about this stuff, then I would move if I could. But, Tyler carries me, so I kind of have to stay here. But like, if I was in a situation where it bothered me that badly, then yeah, for sure I'd move. Like,
I mean, it still is a big move, right? Even if I moved to YouTube, I currently
what
have,
move are we talking? Oh,
like if I have 300,000 followers streaming on Twitch, I don't have that on YouTube. So it's kind of like, do I just have to take it on my chin and deal with being sexually harassed, or is there something that Twitch can do to help?
I think that circles back to what Michaela was saying earlier, that it's a society issue.
Yeah.
Like these things are not going to change, in my opinion, regardless of whatever tools they find, whatever section they add, whatever they label themselves as, it's not going to change. But what I think, like I said earlier, that I'm not advocating for a section, but let's say that there was Twitch rated R, and brands could look at the website Twitch and go, has this female stream, find me female streamers that have never streamed in rated R. And Twitch moderated things and been like, hey, if you're going to do this type of stream in this, with these sub goals, it needs to be in rated R. Yeah, like, hey, if these are going to be your sexual sub goals, that's fine, but it has to be in rated R. You cannot do it on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's just ideas. I'm not advocating for anything here. I'm just theorizing. It's kind of the way my brain works. I'm just thinking about it.
But the issue is with that is if Twitch gets more clarity that this is kind of like a free-for-all, you can do whatever you want. That is really bad for Twitch's not algorithm, revenue of income. When you upload videos to YouTube, you have to label them light profanity, strong profanity, and the more profanity you get, the less money you get for your videos. And that is the same with Twitch. If they slap a logo on it, okay, hot tub streams are okay, and speaking up that it's okay, it means that more people come to the website, do the same thing, equals less revenue because your website isn't PG friendly. It's confirmed that it's not PG friendly. Right now it is PG friendly, but it's bad for business, and that's why they're not doing it. They don't give a fuck about people's emotions. Are you serious? They don't care.
I think this is a very interesting conversation. I think it was just an interesting conversation. I don't think any of us are offended or drastically like feel one way or another. It was just a conversation, and I think it was important to have, especially even if it just makes some people think before they type just a little more.
Doubtful,
but maybe one person, maybe it stops one person from saying something. But we are at 2 hours. Do you guys want to talk about one more thing? Maybe something lighthearted?
Sure.
And then wrap it up?
I'm losing my mind.
I pooped twice
What's
today.
wrong, Maya?
Maya,
what the
fuck?
crazy. That's what's going on.
Speak your mind.
Maya, what the heck? Maya, you have to
Maya,
speak.
Okay, now you need to talk, Maya.
I feel
What
like
is
we're
it?
just like running over you, interrupting you whenever you're talking.
No,
Please
you guys.
stop.
I don't think you've interrupted me at all. I've interrupted some of you guys multiple times. I know that. But I'm like 2
My,
glasses of wine in, straight up. I'm actually not going to talk about it, so don't
no,
waste your time.
no, you have to. You're being
Talk.
poggo right
If
now.
we made Michaela
Actually
speak the
true.
fuck up with
Yeah,
her
you're-
hot takes and her tired stomach hurting everything,
Yep,
it's your turn.
I could have skipped today and I didn't.
Why are you losing your mind? What's frustrating you?
Say it, Maya. If it's not bannable, why not? It's your opinion.
There's also someone that probably agrees with you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
everyone has opinions.
No, let me at least think about it.
No,
that's smart.
no.
You can
Sometimes you have
articulate
to
it.
think about how to
Subject.
present your idea without making it like you are
Offensive
taking
or
a side
whatever.
and you're hating one side or whatever.
Right.
So.
I don't want people to think that I'm like, yeah, no. I
Mhm.
just don't. I don't want to be completely frank. I don't want to deal with LSF. If I'm being like completely honest, I don't want LSF to clip me saying something, and I don't
Do you
want
want
a
me to go get
fucking
Greek?
hate thread.
Why don't
and
you
I don't
ask
want-
them to ban you?
Yeah, Greek. Type it
Ask
in
them
Greek
to
and
ban
say
you.
it.
Because
They don't
I've
ban
actually thought
people.
about that
They don't ban
because
people.
Oh, yeah,
They
they
don't
don't
ban
do it
our-
anymore.
They don't
number
ban our
one.
requests.
Two,
I already
if I
asked.
got banned, I would be fucking over so many of my roommates because this house, like, we're all just chatting. Like, a lot of us get on LSF, primarily Ms., right? But like, I don't want to be banned from LSF and like mess up a bunch of clips because I'm always on their streams. Like, I just don't think that it would be fair for me to do that. But like, I just don't. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know.
Still
But
technically
lately,
allow
Maya, like
that.
every single time that we have talked to you, it has always been like, I don't want to be on LSF. And you just stop yourself from saying like so many things. Like, trust me, I don't want to be on LSF, but I'm still going to talk my shit. Like, I'm still doing it.
Mm.
Same. I'm a very
just-
good example of speaking bullshit out of my ass and being clipped and getting hate. It's very fun.
Maya,
And
I don't know
one thing that
if
I've done and my
you-
mod team has done is delete those clips right away. If the second they get posted on LSF, they're deleted from my channel right away. Just so you know.
It's just
You
like
shouldn't be scared. Don't.
it's not just like an opinion though. It's like such a big conversation, and I'm not
Oh.
completely confident in like my take on the conversation, especially when I'm 2 glasses in. I just don't think that it's a
Oh, then
responsible choice.
don't worry about it.
I
If you
don't
think
want
it's
to
Let's
like.
not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not worry about it. We
Yeah,
can talk
I don't
about
wanna
it
say
We
later.
don't want you to look
and,
back
like,
tomorrow
deal
and
with
be
it
like,
later.
oh, I could have said this better, that, but
Right.
you know, like
Yeah.
that sucks.
But
We'll
you
skip
shouldn't.
it.
You should not make these people stop you from speaking your mind and living rent free in your head and worry.
It's not
about
really LSF
people.
though. That's what's interesting is I think LSF is like full of incels. I think that they would agree with some of the things that I have to say. It's more like I don't want people thinking that I like that I'm like anti-feminist, you know?
That's what's
And I think that
interesting
gives
here,
you
yeah.
enough of an opinion or enough of an idea of like the things that I'm gonna say is like I just like I think LSF would be like true. Like I think LSF would be on my side. I don't want people to think that I'm like putting myself on a high horse or thinking that I'm like not a feminist because of some of the opinions that I have. As a woman, like I am fine with sex work. I like admire Mia Malkova, you know, like I think
Yeah.
she's sick. I think a lot of people do a really good job. But as a streamer, it really, really bothers me. And when it comes to OnlyFans and stuff, I don't have a problem with it off of Twitch. The only time I have a problem with it, no, never mind. That's like that's where it starts going into the like,
Okay,
no.
don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's fine.
don't
Let's just talk
stress
about something
it.
else.
Yeah.
I think just, you know, everyone, you can still be a feminist and you can be a feminist. You can be a feminist no matter what your opinions are. I think there's just a time and a place for everything, and we all have different ideas of what that time and the place is. And so, fuck it. Like,
You're smart, Maya, because
I don't like the
half
OnlyFans
the-
shit seeping into the gaming community because they're expecting us to have OnlyFans. Hello?
Yeah.
It's toxic. You're normalizing. Good.
Actually,
great for
you know what?
Showing your titties, showing your vagina, great. Get the bag, get the money, but don't expect me to do the same thing. You know, like, and it's
I
seeping
don't-
into our gaming community. Gaming.
I don't think it's that controversial of an opinion. I think that it's fine to say. The only time I really have a problem with OnlyFans is when people claim that it's like for their self-confidence and for their self-liberation when they're selling it, and they claim to have beat this patriarchy that I really do feel, personally, I do feel like they're feeding into. That's what bothers me. And I know that there's this meme around like the shamelessness and whatever, but that's like where my anxiety for the whole thing is really rooted from.
That's interesting. It is a double-edged sword to own your sexuality and then, because I think it's sick that women own their sexuality and use, like, hell yeah, if you got it, flaunt it. But that is an interesting.
But then to sell it and then say, like,
but then to sell
fuck
it.
everybody, I'm doing this for myself. It's like, I just can't wrap my head around
That's
that.
interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But now, Melina, I want to understand your point here. You're saying women doing OnlyFans off of Twitch, because you can't promote it on Twitch. These people that are doing it off of Twitch are now ruining it for you because they're bringing that viewership onto Twitch.
Ruining
like,
what for me?
Like what you just said before.
Yeah.
You're blaming the women for making an OnlyFans.
No.
That's affecting you. You just said that, though.
No, I'm saying that it is seeping into the community that we're doing, so we're expected to do the same thing.
How? How is it OnlyFans that isn't on Twitch right now seeping into your community? Like, I just want to understand, like, how that's affecting your community, you and Nyx.
What? It's not affecting my community. It is affecting all of us. Don't tell
Only
me that
you're saying
she's saying sexual harassment. She's talking about sexual harassment because
the way you're saying it is that OnlyFans is affecting you. If anything, it would affect everything as a whole, every single platform we use as women. Is that the point you're trying to make?
Yeah,
or you
they're normalizing selling pictures of their naked bodies to the point where I can scroll. On Twitter, when you see people having a Twitch, they're also using it to. They're using it to advertise for their Instagram, which is advertising for their OnlyFans, which is selling their brand and making money off of them selling nudes. And it is seeping into the same business that we're doing. And people are asking us all the time, are you making an OnlyFans? Are you making a feed OnlyFans? Do you have OnlyFeed? Are you selling nudes? Stuff like that. Yes, it is absolutely seeping into us. And it's constant sexual harassment when I have to deal with that shit every day.
But you're blaming women. You're blaming women for that. You're blaming women for that. You're blaming women for doing that. You're not even blaming the men who are pieces of shit. You're blaming women for doing that, for making money. And then the most hypocritical part out of it all is that you'll sit here and say, I support these women so much, do what you want, make your bag, make your money.
Great, get your fucking money. It doesn't mean that you have to do it on the same platform that we're doing
They're not doing it on Twitch, though. It's not even allowed on Twitch.
You know that these girls who are sitting in the hot tubs, 100 gifted sub goals, changed my bikini, they also have OnlyFans selling off of sex. It is going into our business.
That's like that's a weird. This might not be a fair. Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
I'm not even okay.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
I just hate when I hate it hearing you say it, and I hate it on Twitter so much when all of these women say, I support sex workers, I support all this, blah, 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 and then you say things like this.
Michaela, I never said that I support it. I said I don't support it being in the same platform as us. If I would choose to take it away, no, because it is good for all of our streams and all of our algorithm that is bringing these people in, but it does come with these negative side effects of people constantly expecting you to do the same thing as other people are doing, which is having OnlyFans, sexualizing yourself. It is toxic, but it also brings in great algorithm for viewers. So no, I wouldn't take it away. 2, yes, great, get your money. No, don't expect me to do the same thing. That is all I'm saying. I am not shaming anybody, and it is seeping into our business. And Cutie also said she is exhausted of dealing with it. People
yes,
are coming
you're
into
blaming the women. You're blaming the women.
No.
You're not blaming the shitty men. No, not you, Cutie. Melina, with what she just stated before, if I have to go back and find the clip, I will. She was saying these women are feeding into it, and she's not even blaming the men.
Michaela, sex sells. It is always going to sell.
But why are you blaming those women for how those men come to your stream and say those things? Why are you not?
I am saying that it is seeping into our business. I'm not saying stop doing it.
I want to know
why are you so hung up in me blaming women? Yes.
Okay, hold on. Because let me try to mediate. Let me try to mediate in a way that you both can understand another.
Do you not understand what I'm saying? Do you?
I genuinely think you're being toxic. I genuinely think you're being toxic towards those people. Unless you blatantly just hate sex workers, then say that, and I'll understand. But I think it's just so hypocritical when you're saying the points that you're trying to make. If you don't like sex workers, then that's fine. Say that, and I'll understand better. But that's not.
I already told you.
So you hate sex workers. You don't like that. You don't agree with it.
Michaela,
not on Twitch.
That's not what I'm saying.
Not on Twitch. Not those hot tub streamers. In general, You do not like women that do OnlyFans, yes or no?
No, I don't care if you do OnlyFans. But as I'm saying to you, and as I've been repeating myself the past 30 minutes, it is seeping into our business, and they're expecting me to do the same thing. And I'm also saying, get your fucking money. Great that you're shameless. You can sell your nudes and whatever, but don't expect me to do the same thing. And how many times do I have to repeat the same things that I'm saying to you over and over for you to understand that I don't give a fuck if they're doing it, but it is affecting us in a negative way, which introduces sexual harassment in all of our chats where they're expecting us to do the same thing.
I think
okay. But Michaela's point, Milena, and I understand you, and I'm trying to like kind of help you guys find the missing connections here. Michaela's issue with what you're saying, Milena, is that it's not the women's fault that the men are harassing you, because these streamer women and these shameless women, whatever you're calling it, they're not the ones harassing you. And they're not sending people to harass you. That's Michaela's issue with what is being said.
And they're just
I do agree with Michaela is that we have to be careful with that line, because it is not the women's fault that the men are harassing us when we're very obviously blatantly not sex workers and we don't participate in sex work. It is those people's faults that are harassing us in that way. So we do have to be careful and play that line. I understand your passion that you know, hey, listen, it is fucking annoying to deal with these assholes that are doing that, but it's not the women's fault. And you agree, and I know that Sheem agrees, Michaela. I know that Milena agrees with that it's not the women's fault, because what she is saying is that they're finding the loopholes and they're using it to you know, add value to their life in their own way. And Milena is still saying that, Michaela, and that's like,
yeah, but
I'm trying to help you guys find the connections.
I just think the way that she's putting it is just in a more toxic way, like indirectly saying that the women are at fault. That's what I'm getting from what she's telling me.
Exactly, and that's why I'm trying to help mediate the situation. Right, and that's why, Milena, the only issue is the part of, like, you know, you do have to, in that sense, clarify that, you know, it's hard, because I get it. There's the expectation which is set by the women, right? But the expectation comes from within the people doing the harassment.
Yeah, and it's not. And how do those women stop that? Do you want them to just stop doing OnlyFans because it's?
I think
you have those few people going into your stream saying that we all don't like it, but what do you want those women to do?
I think
that actually, what's the solution? What would be a solution for you for those women and what? Okay, Maya, go ahead. What would be the solution for this? What would be the great solution for this?
I think there are sex workers or former sex workers who do a fantastic job on Twitch of being a streamer. I think Mia Malkova sits there and
who's the Sasha girl?
Mia Malkova sits there in games and she's great. Sasha Grey talked to Miz for hours the other day. He taught her how to play a game. I didn't feel weird about it for a second. She was just there to play Mario. She was just chilling. Like, that is completely fine. If she was on the platform, like, in a hot tub baiting shit, I would feel a little bit differently. You know? Like, she is a former sex worker. I don't know if she still does sex work. I don't know her that well. But her on stream, she is chilling on stream as a streamer, as a gamer, learning Mario 64, just being good vibes all around.
Exactly.
Like, I feel no resentment towards that whatsoever.
You're using the platform for what we, or I, want the platform to be used for. Now, let me just say this, extremely blatant, no filter. You're sitting in a hot tub in a bikini. You're fucking teasing people to go find your pictures and then go find more of your content where they can see everything off camera. Like, hello?
Okay, let me say so.
And that is what I hate, when it is connected in a full circle.
Right.
You sitting in a hot tub, you're basically advertising for your news.
And here's where Michaela's point of being hypocritical comes in for all of us. Because how can you say, like, you know, Maya didn't give a whole lot of takes, so maybe she's not being hypocritical, but and hypocrisy is an okay thing to live with. We are all hypocritical at some point. It's an okay thing to live with. Is the fact that, you know, this example right here, it's hypocritical.
It is.
I think an interesting thing, I think this is it. This is something we all need to shift in our brain, including myself. Is it, and this is a question, is it sexual harassment for people to ask you for an OnlyFans, or is it empowering and feminist to just say, no, I don't have an OnlyFans, and you move on?
Did you feel harassed?
I have felt harassed. I've felt
Yes,
sexualized.
then
it's harassing.
But,
Wait,
you know,
can we
but
go back a
also,
little
I
bit?
think I need to shift my mentality. If I do support OnlyFans and I support sex workers, then why do I feel harassed when that question gets asked? I don't know. Why do I feel sexualized?
Here's why you feel harassed. Because you're trying to fucking play League of Legends and click your mouse on a screen 1,000 fucking times while you're hunched over in your chair and you just ate your fucking quesadillas and you're chilling thinking about how you're gonna rank up. And now this person is putting in your fucking head about how you could have an OnlyFans where you're sexualizing your body for money and blah, 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 blah. You know, like, that's the part where it irritates you. Because it's like, can you just watch the fucking screen and pay attention to the fucking game? Like, what wouldn't have been bad is, like, if somebody asked me on Instagram, do you have an OnlyFans? I don't get bothered there because it's a picture platform where I'm putting out pictures. But when I'm over here and I'm like, holy shit, did you guys see those 5 kills I just got? Like 1v8? Oh my God, hey, do you have an OnlyFans? I love your tits. Oh.
Yeah, that's interesting. It is very interesting.
I just think, like, even if let's take OnlyFans out of the picture for 1 second, this harassment was still going on before that.
Yes.
So it's literally like society is the problem. It's not OnlyFans that started this. Harassment has been going on for so long. So I don't know why put the blame on OnlyFans. It's just another added way to to harass a woman online.
Exactly. Well, it's an
I
added.
don't think any of us have a problem with OnlyFans as a whole.
Well, I want to say
OnlyFans is a separate platform, is a completely different conversation.
Yes. Well, Kayla, you just said added.
Yes, added. Like there in general, there's regardless.
So the thing
even if there weren't these bikini streams, right? Because we can go back to old days of Twitch. There was still women getting harassed. As a matter of fact, we can bring up Caseytron. Dude, Tyler went in her chat one time and said "show tits" or something. Like, literally,
women get
like,
harassed. But why are we adding things to it? You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's really, truly, like, never going away unless something happens to society as a whole where everything changes. I just don't see the need to get. I don't want to say mad. I'll say upset or
I think we're
frustrated.
Just frustrated that we're adding to stuff. That's what I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated we're adding to stuff. I'm frustrated that I think, and this is where Melena's coming from, that there are some streamers that use their Twitch stream as foreplay to their OnlyFans stream. Right. That is true.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Maya, you look pissed. Maya, you look pissed like you really want to say something right now.
Like,
the reason
why I say these things is because Amouranth has me blocked on Twitter. Pink Sparkles has me blocked on Twitter because I used to shit on these women all the time for this stuff. And then I realized that that's just that's not it. That's like, I've grown and realized that they're not the problem. Like, I have no reason to be upset with them. Like, that's because I used to honestly agree with every single thing you guys were saying, and then I realized, like, it's genuinely not affecting me. There was always harassment, regardless of what these people were doing.
But we have statistically seen, based off of what Cutie is saying with her example earlier, and this is the part that bothers me about what you're saying, Michaela, is you keep saying, like, oh, I used to agree with all the... We're not against it. And I understand the points of hypocrisy that you're making there. Because I admitted that it's hypocritical. But the part where Cutie explains, and I'll keep reiterating it until it doesn't exist anymore, is that if a guy sat there and got every single Twitch opportunity sponsorship ever, it would outnumber the ones available for women because of the sexualized content. And that's it. Yes. So it's like, yes.
I'm like really fucking pissed and like annoyed that Michaela is like shouting at me that I hate sex workers. Like, how fucking stupid are you? I actually can't get over it.
No names.
We're just so toxic.
You're so fucking dumb, Michaela.
Stop.
I don't care. It's just so toxic. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
No, I think,
like,
I think
You
there's-
are
How
toxic.
can you not
You are
comprehend what
toxic.
I'm trying to tell you? That these people are advertising for their OnlyFans on the same website that
Lena,
we're streaming,
If
working
you
on,
had
and you're
talked,
shouting at me that I hate
if
sex
you had
workers.
talked like Adept, I could maybe comprehend you, but you couldn't do that. You had to shit on them in
Well,
some way.
you're
And
not-
I can go back after and clip it for you if you'd like. But you were saying it in a negative light. You were saying it toxically, and that's why I had a problem
Well,
with
it is
it.
toxic.
Adept, on the other hand, explained it correctly and what you were trying to say without being a bitch about it. That's why it was better for me to understand. I didn't
Okay.
have to hear bitching. I heard a full,
No,
complete,
ladies,
normal.
we are done
competent
calling each other
sentence.
names, okay? There's no need.
Kayla, you turned
No
on. You
bitches,
turned onto the
no.
off ramp. It happened.
Yeah.
I saw you turn in the opposite direction of traffic. I'm getting PTSD. I'm getting PTSD right now. Take me out of the car. Take me out of the car.
Listen, okay.
I think.
Car.
Nick, is Nick gonna say something? Are we here? No.
Nick, what's your take?
Nothing. No, we are not taking any of the boyfriend's take on this. Goodbye.
Great.
Thank you. Bye.
Then I'm gonna hold my
Because we're
because I
we're
hear
not
him
being mean.
running.
We're just talking about
to my
something
no,
else.
no.
Now Nick is sad.
What is that noise?
No, Miss, get
Oh,
the
it's
fuck
Ms.
off.
Okay.
Look, I'm over the conversation.
what?
I don't care
I said my
anymore.
neck.
What?
See, Maya's not
Oh
being
no!
intense.
Please lock the door, please. This is the worst time for them to come in. All jokes aside, I'm not here for them coming in right now. I'm not.
Nick, I miss
We
you,
need to get the
man.
fuck out.
Call me.
All right, go.
Wait, can you do the same thing Melanie said to Nick?
Okay, can you close the door? Thank you.
Dude, he's been off stream for what, a day?
No, isn't that crazy? Oh my god, imagine him off stream too. I think
I just want to be done with it, honestly.
this is
And then-
something that like I need to philosophically wrestle with myself. Because I've gone back and forth about it quite a bit. I think that my issue primarily lies in when people are not honest about their intentions. I think that when people are like, I'm doing this for myself, I feel sexy. When they're selling an OnlyFans, I do have a little bit of a problem with that because it doesn't feel quite right to me. There's a girl that I follow on Instagram. I follow her because I think she's beautiful, right? Like, I don't know her. I saw her one time. You guys are getting ads. Fantastic. I love that. Fuck you. I think that that's beautiful. Like, she made an, she made an OnlyFans. She made an OnlyFans at one point, and she posted on her Instagram, on her story, and I thought this was disgusting. She said, I made this because I wanted to feel closer to you guys. Because I wanted you to see more of my life because I feel like you guys are so important to me and I wanted to feel closer to you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's annoying as fuck.
That really bothered me, right? Like, that was another indicator where I was like, okay, if you're not going to be honest about it and you're going to make hundreds and hundreds, I mean, she's got millions, right? If you're going to make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on this platform, like, don't say that. Like, that bothers me. And then when it comes to Twitch, I don't know that there's a way that I can say this without calling people out, which is going to get me in trouble, and I know that I'm going to be called out for
Don't
it.
say it then. Are you
Okay, then I'll say it super generally. I've seen people on Twitch that say that they're doing things because it is, how do I say that without like being so specific? I've seen people being dishonest about the reason that they're doing things on stream when it's blatantly obvious why they're doing things, right? For like ridiculous, like it is just so blatantly obvious that it's to sell some sort of sex as opposed to like, you know, like
Content.
Imagine if I were to go on stream and like take a banana and shove the whole thing in my mouth at one time. And I said, that's just how I eat bananas. Like, imagine looking at me and being like, oh, well, you know, like, like that kind of thing. If you're going to make an excuse for that and say that the reason that you're doing that is because that's just how I eat bananas, I have a problem with that. And then it leads to people coming in my chat saying, you're lying on that patio furniture fully clothed in a t-shirt and sweats because you're being shameless.
Yeah, that is annoying when they're lying.
Which-
If you're bringing up that point, yes, I 100% agree. If they're genuinely lying about their intent,
And I think that's where my only problem is, because I've thought about this 100 times. Mia Malkova, I have so much respect for. Sasha Grey, I have so much respect for. Like, when I look at their platforms, they are sex workers, they are porn stars, and they are completely honest about the whole thing. They're like, I am in the adult entertainment industry, right? I don't fucking care. Great. You're a porn star. But if you're going to come to Twitch and then say, I'm doing this because this is what I want to wear, this is what I wear all the time, I'm the most comfortable in this, it's like, you're affecting me then, you know? You're causing people to look at me and say, oh, she's do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But in most of the time, this also circles back to a society issue, because there is something, yes, sex sells, but also alluring to sex sells even more sometimes, because in America, things have been so conservative to where they only want you to be a fucking whore for them. But if you're just a fucking whore, then you're a fucking whore, and that's disgusting. But if you're their only fucking whore in private, then it's okay. And that's where things are changing, and that's why OnlyFans is, in all honesty, a good thing overall. Because it's changing that narrative of like, no, I can I can be as sexual and talk and say things as sexual as I want and not be a disgusting whore. And I don't need to only talk that way for you and to you. It's a cultural society, everything, all types of shit. Philosophical, human thing. It's a changing thing. So I don't know if that helps you settle. I don't know if that helps you come to terms with that at all. But I think that most times that's going to be part of it too, because they know them not admitting it gets more men intrigued by it.
It's funny, Maya, because I think hearing you put that to words, I think that's my problem too. I've always had a moral compass complex.
Yeah, because I seriously, I don't give a shit about girls that are on OnlyFans off of Twitch. Like, I don't give a shit about porn stars that are off of Twitch. Like, fucking Mrs. Sister, love her, right? Like, the shit that she does, I don't fucking care. She is so honest about it, and she loves it. She's, like, all about it.
It doesn't seep into the shit that we're doing, where they're expecting people on this website to do the same thing.
I think Maya just said it with more eloquence, but Michaela, I think it's important for you to acknowledge that is what Milena was trying to say. Like, she wasn't trying to be... I think there was just... Like, Michaela, Maya sat here and thought about how to articulate that, and Milena was just talking casually and was, hoping not to be dived into or attacked.
But it would be admirable for Milena and Michaela.
I'm sorry for calling you stupid, but that was fucking dumb. But
Stop it! God damn it!
Michaela's pissing us off as her assumptions. Michaela makes a lot of assumptions that are very low IQ, annoying as fuck.
What she does is, she goes straight for the throat when she thinks she hears something that clicks in her head when she just assumes something.
You never said a single time in this entire conversation that it was about women lying about their content.
Well,
that is your problem. If you are going to make the basis of this entire conversation about that, then say, just like Maya did in 2 minutes, hi, this is why I have a problem with women on here. Okay, let me reword that. You don't have a problem with women. You have a problem with the women that lie about what they're selling on here. And you could have just said that. We didn't have to talk about an hour and a half of this shit. You could have literally just said, I do not like women on this platform who lie about selling their body for money.
It's kind of a hard thing to articulate.
Yeah, she
and it took me a really long time to think about it.
Clip her out of context.
You were completely honest. I think
if I would have said, hey, I don't like you advertising your titties on the same platform that we're doing, we've been slowly going into the subject because we don't want to step on people's toes because we don't want to get banned.
I think another reason why
Maya just said it in a non-bannable way. How's that bannable?
It
took her like an hour and a half to warm up.
It took me a really long time to articulate that, and I think that the reason Milena came across that way is like the reason that we all have a problem with women on Twitch is that Twitch doesn't allow sexualized content. So you kind of have to lie about the reason that you're doing it. I think that's probably kind of where Milena is coming from, is like she has a problem with like the women that are doing that on Twitch because they have to make it seem like that's not, you can't plug your OnlyFans on Twitch, right? It's TOS.
But they do anyway.
Right.
Like, they literally call only farmers or whatever, and we're like, we get it. Like,
So I think Milena kind of has the same idea that I do.
It's totally allowed.
Like I've seen people on Twitch go like, you know where to find it, and then like wink.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that there has been a healthy amount of checks and balances here in the words that we've been using, the way we've been talking, and the perspectives that we've been offering. I think it's healthy. I don't think that anyone should walk away from this badly. And I think that everyone has made a point here or there to point out everyone else's kind of like either hypocrisy or misuse of a word or so on and so forth.
It is such a fucked up, nuanced situation. That's all. There's always gonna be a weird
I am
gray
just
area.
trying to make sure that both sides like have an argument here.
Right.
And you've done a good job of that. You have. But like I said, my only issue with everything that you took place with today was some crazy some way fucking out of left field assumptions.
Like what? What
That-
is out of left field? That's
Like just fucking like a
Even just
curveball,
saying
like
that
wild, just
we
crazy
thought they were
shit. Like,
taking viewers away from us when none of
Yeah.
us said that.
I mean,
Yes.
but like okay, like
If anything, we said the
You did
opposite.
also-
and
They're
you're
out of
still
the
holding on to it right now.
Yeah,
You
you're, and we
that
just
we
didn't
actually
say
think
that,
that.
Michaela.
What I do in my head sometimes, let me just explain this, and I feel like Michaela functions in the same way. So Nick, let's say I hear Nick and Greek talk about something, right? They're talking about a subject. I will, in my head, twist it into something that I think it is, assume that is what they meant, and I will go straight for Nick's throat because I made up a scenario in my head that I believed wasn't actually true. And it happens more often than I think, and I feel like Michaela does kind of the same thing where she hears one thing and she thinks I mean another thing because she assumes that because other people do the same thing. I am absolutely shit at articulating my arguments and my thoughts because I first have to translate them in my head. But most of the things that I've been trying to say have been slow progression of me not trying to step on people's toes. Yes, I'm going to say hi in the way that Michaela wanted me to say it. My name is Milena. I stream on Twitch with my boyfriend. I am not a fan of people advertising for their OnlyFans on the same website that we are streaming on because it is making people assume that we do the same thing. It is seeping into the same business that we're streaming in. And I am supporting sex workers. Do whatever the fuck you want. One of my best friends was my Miss My Free Cams in 2014. Her name is Birdie. She's my real life friend. I'm friends with strippers. You guys just don't fucking know it. Now, it is affecting our business. I'm not a fan of that. That's it. And be honest about what you're doing. And I am, again, shit at articulating my thoughts because I have to translate them in my head first. Fordi jeg er norsk. Jeg er ikke engelsk. Jeg tenker på norsk. Jeg må oversette alt jeg sier til engelsk før jeg... Herregud. Jeg klarer ikke å si det engang. Sorry.
No, I think
Some people may have resonated there.
I think it's great. I just think it's been a good discussion all around. I think it's actually great, Michaela, for you challenging us. I believe you were right.
You guys asked me to talk.
You called us out for a lot of things.
The thing that like triggers me is that you have the audacity to call me stupid, and it's like, okay, I'm a dumbass, right? How the fuck could you not put this down within 10 minutes of speaking? I'm the person that usually goes on for an hour. Why the fuck, if you guys are so smart, right? And I'm the dumbass here. Why couldn't this be put into a sentence or put so
Michaela,
blatantly,
who called
obviously,
you dumb?
in 10 minutes? No, Molina, like, for example, and then Adept with the, left field takes. Like, I want to genuinely understand.
Because it was a bad assumption to make. It's dangerous to make those assumptions and have people align with those
Michaela, none of
assumptions
us
when
said they
they're
were
just flat
taking
out
our
wrong.
viewers. You
This
know
could
that.
have been,
None of
like,
us
you
said they were taking our
Trying to put the
viewers.
words, you hate sex workers in my mouth. And you were like, yes, you hate sex workers, right? And I just tried to explain to you over and over, no, I don't hate sex workers, but you were trying to put it back into my mouth. And that is why we've been on the same subject for so long, because I've had to keep explaining myself. And again, I am so sorry for calling you stupid. I know you're having a shitty day, and you probably wouldn't even prefer to be here right now, but I am happy that you're here.
Definitely not. But it's fine.
Okay, no big deal. Let's wrap it up. Let's end it there. I don't think it's healthy for this conversation to be continued. Adept.
No. Definitely not.
I think that we stepped in when Milena called you stupid. I think it was wrong of her to do that. I think that the assumptions were unnecessary. I think that Milena did have some hypocrisy in her statements, and I think all those things were addressed. And like I said, there was a healthy amount of checks and balances. And if anyone is leaving this with hard feelings, I think it'll be a maturity issue, and I'm okay with that. I can live with that as well. But I have no hard issues here. Like, I have no hard feelings.
Hypocrisy? You think I'm a hypocrite?
No, we all said
No,
hypocritical
I think
things a
there
little
were
bit.
issues within your statement about how they could be seen as hypocritical, and why it might be a time to reflect and think about how you present those ideas.
I don't think either of you are hypocritical. I actually think you were both super consistent. I think you're both just really strong, like, not to be negative, but kind of crass women. Like, you just say how you feel, and I think that offended both of you. I think that's it. I don't think that either of you are hypocrites.
I'm not using hypocrite as an insult either. That is not an insult. It's not an attack.
I think it's hypocritical of me to be like, I support OnlyFans, and then also to be offended when people ask about mine. I think that's interesting, you know.
I think this entire conversation, even taking out sex workers, I think this entire conversation is fucking stupid. Because at the end of the day, we're all selling content in some way that other people will or will not agree with.
Not if I'm being sexually harassed because of it.
I don't agree with sexual harassment, but at the end of the day, everyone is getting content or creating content in different ways, and those people might not agree, or they might disagree. Like, I can't even explain it because you're right, I'm fucking dumb. But the moral that I'm trying to say here is that at the end of the day, you're selling. We're all selling content in different fucking ways. Everyone has a different hustle, which is why this annoyed me. This entire conversation, like the whole OnlyFans and all those girls, that's why it's annoying me. Like, that's the only way I can put it.
Okay.
I think we're all on like the same.
We are on the same.
I think we're all on the same page. Like, we respect the hustle if you're honest about what the hustle is. And if you're not, then fuck that. And that makes us, like, that brings people to our stream that harass us and make us look bad. Like, I think that's it. I think we all kind of get it. I don't know.
That's it.
I feel like I was the only one blatantly just straightforward enough to say I don't like it seeping into our business, and it made Michaela think that I don't like sex workers, and that is not the truth. I just don't like it being in the same business that we're doing, where it's being advertised to another platform where there's nudes and bodies and same shit where we're being put in. Okay. I'm gonna stop.
It's okay. You're okay.
I've been repeating myself for like 40 minutes.
I just don't care. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just over it. I don't care. I get the point now. I get what you're saying.
Okay. I'm glad you get the point.
Okay. Well, you guys, for everyone saying Sag final podcast, that's not how it works. Don't worry. We can disagree on things. We can have misunderstandings. We can not, that's totally okay. That's like, this is normal. This is fucking society. Like, this is very normal. So relax, everybody.
No, I'm done here. If you guys are not going to echo my ideas and my point of view,
cancel Adept, okay?
I don't want to ever talk to you again.
I fucking hate
Say
her.
What I say or say nothing at all. Thank you.
I think this is a very great conversation, bringing to light that the saddest thing I heard is that, some of the women here, they don't think that society can ever change and society can ever stop sexually harassing. And then fuck you, society.
I definitely think it's been changing because it is slowly changing.
Think it
we all
can
stop
change.
saying the R word. We are all slowly adapting to what Michaela said earlier, where people will go back and look for tweets in your past. We are all slowly learning new ways of respecting each other and using our vocabulary more carefully. And I think it is slowly also going to change.
Someone said grand finale Drake.
It is also going to change when it comes to selling sex and stuff like that. But it's a long,
we
far
all
way to go.
Here still love each other. I guarantee that. I do not think. Just relax, chat. Shut the fuck up. None of us, like, we're fine. We're fine. We're really fine.
That was actually super productive for me, because that's something that I wrestled with for a really long time in my head.
I agree.
And anytime that I've gotten anywhere near talking about any of that on stream, I've been terrified because I've been like, are people going to think that I'm anti-feminist?
I actually love the way you put it, Maya. Like,
it made it, like, much more clear in my head, because I've also struggled with that. I was like, why do I not have a problem with this person and I have a problem with this person, and I actually think that
it's funny because I don't have a problem with Amouranth, but I have a problem with other streamers doing it because Amouranth owns it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just funny. It is very weird, but I'm happy.
She's honest about it, and I
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah.
She really is. She's not trying to.
Alluring to sex, very profitable. Just saying. Just gonna
Yeah.
keep adding that in there.
Anyway.
Very profitable. But let's just wrap it up. We're good here. Thank you guys all for coming up.
Thank you guys. Good conversation, regardless.
Great conversation, whether you feel like it right now or not. Trust me, these things progress everyone in a healthy way.
This is a massive conversation, chat. Like, if you feel like you're left like a little bit not, closed up, that's because it
will never be
years
closed,
and years
yeah.
and years before you feel like this is a settled conversation. It's massive.
I feel like our next podcast, we should do the things that we've been talking about, which is having call-ins, and we should fucking reach out to toxic Redditors, find all their logs, and we
I
should
do not want to talk about
them.
I think
I am
next
not
time
ready.
we should
Hear
braid
your
each
views
other's
on this.
hair and
I
kiss
would
teddy
love to hear
bears
it.
next
I would
time.
love to hear it.
I want to.
You want to
I just want to
wrangle up Redditors?
Yeah, so let's bunch all the incels together and have a conversation with them and ask them what the fuck. Why are you thinking this way?
I'm not
not
gonna
giving
lie.
them my
I would
time.
rather
I'm not
swallow
giving
like
them
a
my time.
whole
Your
box
thought
of
process.
nails.
I would rather do a hot
I-
tub stream.
Yeah, actually, same. I
would
don't.
love it.
I have like zero interest.
I'm that person that I'm like, I know what's wrong with me. I don't want to hear it from you.
It would be funny as fuck. Not okay.
would be
Not
really
you know what?
entertaining.
I would actually be down. It would be kind of interesting.
Next time we will have a guest, and we'll learn about them. Maybe I'll DM Ninja's wife, and
We're running out of housewives, though.
Oh,
if
I
she
can
replies.
DM her. She'll
she'll
answer
reply
me.
to you.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
She
do
came
it.
in my chat the other day and like gifted me
Aw.
500 subs or something.
That'd be sick.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, 500?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god.
It was like,
500?
I'm pretty sure it was 500.
What the
Damn,
fuck?
she rich.
It was either 100 or 500 she did, but it was insane. Like I don't know.
I was gonna DM her and see what happened, but if she'll actually reply to you, that'd be yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well.
DM her and beg her for subs now.
Yeah,
Good
I'm gonna do that too. But
Help me.
anyway,
All right,
regardless,
good night,
very
guys.
good
Thank you guys for
conversation.
being here.
Bye,
Appreciate
you
you.
guys.
Love you guys
Love
very
you
much.
guys.
Love
See
you
you next
all.
time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good convo. Holy shit. I hate Ms. Kiff. Why do I have a message from Ms. Kiff said, hey, kind of important. Can you tell Michaela, like, I'm like, honestly, like, I can't even, I like, still don't even, like, what? Are you serious? Like, are you kidding me? You don't even, Lamau, like, I just don't get it, whatever, but seriously, you shouldn't smite. That's what